What's up, Star Wars Unlimited fans? It's Luffy at Late Night Gaming, and we are here for Late Night Live on Friday nights. And we got our friends from Outmaneuver. Right now, we got J-Rod and Dudeness. How you guys doing?
Hello there. Today I've got Gar Yellow with in the bot village because the base may be bad, but I enjoy it.
I've got Rose on the Data Vault. I don't expect this to be a great matchup for me, but we'll see what happens.
All right. So, absolutely, I'm looking forward to this. I saw McBobber actually. You got your graded Silver Angel back.
Yeah, I can put that on stream here.
What number is it?
It's a 10.
No, sorry. I assume it's serialized.
The series number 114.
Oh, nice.
All right. So that is a hot card. If you haven't seen a serial card in person, I mean, they look really cool. Do you guys agree with that? Have you guys all seen one, like firsthand?
I'm holding an IG 2000 currently.
Oh, hot. You know, damn you,
Which was
Django
much hotter before
suspension.
Django got banned.
You should have sold it right away.
Right.
All right, but yeah, no, I don't know what's different about them, but something about the foiling makes it kind of pop 3D off of the card. It's cool.
They do have a little bit of like a raised texture to the feel, I believe, to the serialized.
All right. Well, we looked at Cass, you know, because you got like three of the most different personalities you can in the same podcast, and it always makes for entertaining stuff.
We definitely do. It's weird. I was definitely like the Spike, very competitive player of the group, although I've now turned fully into, at least for this year, the Twin Sons only player. Budget boy connoisseur.
Aggro specialist.
That too. Which, I mean, those kind of go together. Usually aggro is pretty
Yeah,
budget.
they definitely go together, yeah.
So, but Dunas always has the fire. Some of our biggest videos are Dunas's videos on like budget decks. So
Are we good to go?
Yeah, no.
Ready when you are.
I think you are going, so.
A2 for Inferno 4. We'll do a little scry action. We're gonna put both on the bottom.
I'll pay 2 for a Silver Angel.
oh,
What does that card even do? Explain it to me.
It's a 2/3 space unit, and when one or more damage is healed from it, I can deal 1 damage.
Oh no, shit.
Yeah, I really don't know what it's worth at this point. Like, I haven't seen a whole lot of graded serialized get sold, so.
I haven't seen serialized get sold. I mean, like either
It might just be the best pilot, period.
Yeah, no, I think she's real good. So I think that the new Anakin spoiled today. We'll get to the spoilers in a little bit, but I believe that allows him to play villain pilots, right? Because it's a non-unit card.
Yes.
He played that.
I'll go 2 to base.
Oh, actually, I don't know.
The judge chat in
technically-
Wisconsin.
Did you take initiative?
Yeah, Climb.
All right. I'll pass.
I mean, just keep going 6 to base.
Let's spend 2. I'll put Paige Tico on Silver Angel.
What does that do?
She gives it on attack. I can give an experience token to the attached unit and then deal a damage to it.
Curious. We're gonna play Relentless Pursuit, capturing the Silver Angel.
Ooh,
Oh, you took a
What's
cereal.
that card do again?
It choose a control unit. It captures an enemy non-leader unit that costs the same or less. If it happens to be a bounty hunter, it also gains a shield.
Okay. I'll play a Phoenix Squadron A-Wing.
I'll play our favorite Guido.
I'll run my X-Wing and knock off your shield.
Shield's knocked off, then we'll claim.
Loopy, did you ever
Yeah,
play
go
Star Wars
back.
Destiny? I forget if you were a Destiny
Yes,
player.
absolutely. I wasn't quite sure. I think we met. Maybe you played Destiny, right?
I did, yeah. Like I knew like Bob and why am I blanking on his name?
Like I think that we were
He's
at.
getting his masters right now.
Yep. I think that we were Poem.
Yeah.
He actually, it was his last day as a teacher today, so Poem's going to be a little bit more with
Oh,
us.
nice.
He had a cool video with Solo, who popped in a second ago.
I did
on
see
ours,
that.
but he's at work, but with some off meta stuff. So, yeah, shout out to him. He's really been working his butt off to become a principal over a teacher, and like his
We'll just keep on.
his kids
doing
kind of
the
gave him a
6
sweet
damage
standoff too, that he posted about in the Discord. That was
That's
neat.
awesome.
I like how this Aiden has like single-handedly won the game. I just had no answer to Aiden.
Oh.
I'll run my A-Wing into
3 damage?
Well,
yes.
I guess maybe I'll wait for it when we get to the spoilers. But I guess just like, how scared were you when you saw the word force speed come out?
When
for
does
this game?
Rose play?
Right.
5 resources.
I was expecting it to be better than it was. I'll tell you what,
Yeah,
because that
I
was
was too. I was like, oh,
that was a great Destiny card. That was so busted.
yeah, that was like the best card in Destiny. Let's be honest.
You would need till it rotated.
I think the only thing that was better was the lightsaber
I'll
that
take down
healed you and
your
like
spaceship.
stopped you from getting milled.
You get your shit back.
Ancient lightsaber, I think it was.
I'll
Like,
play
those two, like, 1A1B.
A3 and play Tura.
I'll play Rose.
I'll pay 2 for not going to be dead.
I'll take initiative.
Pass.
I'll pay 1 for Timely. I'll pay 5 for Chewy, and I'll run into Toro.
We're gonna pay 4.
Well, the fact that he's a 7/7 on the ground too is relevant because sometimes you just need a big beefy dude. I mean, he doesn't do anything that way special, but
Sure.
he still can attack for 7, and you
But
know if they
at
can't
points,
answer
it's
him
at
right
points.
away, you know that's a problem. Then Aiden is really good. Chewbacca's, I think, the strongest.
We all knew
option.
Chewbacca was a banger from the start, right? When he was first spoiled.
Though, I mean, the sneaky pilot, that's great. Maybe I'll play my hot resistance deck tonight, but Snap Wexley is hot. Snap Wexley can do some crazy stuff. And
What did he
resistant,
do again?
so if you play him as a unit, he does a discount. He makes it when played and on attack, he discounts any resistance card one. So with Han 2, he enables Poe on turn 2, like Red Poe, like kick your ass Poe.
Oh, wait, what?
So that's what that deck does. And then
That's
but
pretty good. Yeah.
on his pilot side, he scries 5 and draws a resistance card, and is a 2/2 for 2. So it's 2 costs to add a 2/2 upgrade and draw a card of your choosing. You know, get a Poe. So, you know that can be good.
Oopsie.
Your camera just like went through a hurricane.
I slammed the deck a bit
like
too
a
hard on the table.
hurricane. But all right, I think I made the social round with everybody. Thanks everybody tuning in.
Hey, Dennis, they politely invited us to hang out with them, so it's not just like beat 'em up a bunch. Okay, thanks.
Hey, man. I'm just playing cards and turning stuff sideways.
And it's working good.
Yeah, I don't expect Rose to give much of a matchup to Gar. I could scarcely think of a worse deck to run into. I don't really have anything for shields.
Well,
Yeah.
had I built the premier deck, I was going to play my famous Chancellor Blue deck.
Well, you'd be yellow, so like, there's a reason everyone plays yellow because it can deal with upgrades and shields pretty easily.
Yeah. Although most of the deck is blue because the main thing is like Childson. So
All right, I'm ready.
I'm actually super excited for set 5 Chancellor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'll start with A-Wing.
Anyway, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what I'm excited to play in that 5. I know I'm excited to play the new Shotty So Hottie in this deck right here.
I'll take initiative.
Unfortunately, I did not draw the grid, so I'll have to pass.
Right. Yeah, no, I was actually kind of surprised to see Resistance get as much help as it did in set 5, but Ray is actually a pretty interesting Resistance card for a deck that draws.
Hey, Luke, when you get a chance, can you drag Faith down?
Me? Sure. And I did
I can't drag him.
Throw Chewie on the A-Wing.
I did see that the
Chewie on the A-Wing, that's not ideal.
I did try, to
We're
be
gonna have
clear.
to play a shuttle for 3.
Let's go find a base.
All right, Faith, welcome. We're all live on YouTube right now.
And then we'll finish it out with the shield.
Good old shields. I'll take initiative.
And then we're going to play more shields on the ground to go with Crafty Boy. And we will run 3 damage into the tunnel. Pass.
Tap Wexley. He makes my next resistance card cost 1 less.
And he is what stats?
He's a 2/5.
2/5. Heard. Okay, we'll just go 6 to base with my shuttle. I feel like the camera is worse now, I feel like.
Silver my camera?
No, mine, since I dropped it on the...
Since I dropped it, it doesn't work as well as it did.
It doesn't quite. So I'm going to pay 2 and play Covering the Wing. And give a shield to our favorite director, Krennic. And then
I'm not sure what happened, but Faith went back to the other channel.
Alright, I'll deploy Rose.
I'll pay 2 for No Good to Me Dead.
Hey, that seems familiar. I'll take initiative.
All right, I'm gonna be AFK just a sec.
Pay 1
See if
for
something's
Onyx
gonna
Squadron
be
Brute,
bad.
and then we'll swing 3 to the base.
Can you pull Faith down before you leave?
Then I'll pass. It's when defeated. Is that to any unit or another space unit?
Any unit.
Okay.
My Silver Angel is going to kill the X-Wing.
We are just gonna. Are you
I'm
gonna do
not
something?
taking initiative yet.
You're not?
Let's
Some issues too, which is surprising. But the my internet speed is not what it normally is, and it actually was out most of yesterday. There was a tornado here 2 weeks ago.
That could do it.
I don't know if it's related to that or what, but we might actually change hosts here if this continues.
Okay.
But I did, my son was using a VR intensive game. Maybe that was actually affecting the overall things. And he was up past his bedtime anyway. It was his last day of school. I thought he'd get away with it because I'm down here, but he got busted.
Not today, young man.
That's right.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. Welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that my mic.
I don't see any possible avenue
I
for me
can't
to
hear
win this
Faith.
game.
Welcome, Faith. Good to see you.
Hey, Faith.
Hello there.
Now, did you come say hi to me in Minnesota?
I think you got to do this. I'm just going to scoop here. I got nothing.
Scoop? Yeah, GG's. Honestly, I was probably gonna
Test
covering the
one,
wing into a tie advance on Gar.
Test one, test one, test one, two.
I had nothing anyways.
So what we've learned is that Rose does not like Gar.
No.
Oh, I see you had a Snap Wexley too. I love the deck.
Test one.
Yeah, not good into shields.
All right.
But
Well,
do you know where Rose really excels? Twin Suns.
all right. Why don't we do another game here before we go, just to see, because it looks like things are stabilizing on this end. You know,
Okay.
I don't want to do the spoilers yet, so I could play. And then I see.
And then Faith left it.
Looks like Faith is popping in right now. So why don't I play against Faith? We'll be
You
the
guys
next
hear me?
game up.
I can say it. Okay.
Yeah. Nope. Things are going here. It might have been actually Jack in the VR that was causing that. All right.
Those golden dice guys. Ugh.
Yeah, right. Okay, so I'm going to update the overlay. Why don't you give us a little overview of what's going on with Outmaneuver lately? While I'm doing that.
Oh, well, we're just crushing things with missing about 4 weeks of podcasts because of scheduling conflicts on weekends, because it's when we typically record. Hoping to get back on the swing of things this week. I mean, Faith was playing in Minnesota last week.
Right.
And then I got sick for a whole weekend. It was just a bunch of scheduling problems. So
I was at BGG Spring 2
Yeah.
weekends ago.
we haven't actually been making a ton of content, but definitely excited for Set 5 and Worlds, and we'll definitely be doing some cool stuff for that. I'm hoping to be on a panel. No official word yet on that, but I'm hoping to be at least.
Well,
I love.
it's official word in the way it usually is official word, to where we think it might be happening.
Yeah,
And then, often it does. So that's kind of how it goes. But they got a lot of
yeah.
they got a lot of irons in the fire making this Worlds thing happen. I get it. Oh,
I can't officially
pretty
say yes
excited.
or no on that yet, but I'm hoping to be there doing a panel on draft, and so that should be pretty cool.
all right.
I'm pretty excited they actually released the entire set in its entirety. Over a month? I mean, a month till the pre-release, I guess. Over a month before the actual release of the set, which means that we can actually study the cards. We can actually do draft content now for the next set because we actually know what all the commons will be more than a week prior to the release of the set.
Yeah, and you guys are big
So
draft
that's
people.
pretty exciting.
So I think this is
Yeah.
face mat with the AT-AT. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I got that. If you want to center your camera a little bit better, we don't need a webcam if you don't want it, but if you want a webcam, you can do that. I can turn mine on relatively easily without bandwidth.
He's not on the Discord call right now, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh,
But
he was in for a
yeah,
little bit.
Faith is not the most. He usually needs a little help with some technology stuff, so we'll see what's
All right.
going on over there. He usually figures it out after some point, but
All right. So, what leaders are you guys excited for Set 5? I can pop them up.
Chancellor Palpatine,
Chancellor Why are you excited about Chancellor Palpatine Set 5, J-Rod?
because that's my guy.
What's your guy?
Clearly doesn't listen to the podcast. Doesn't know I'm a Chancellor Palpatine lover. That I went. I think it was. I went either XM2 or XM3 with Chancellor Palpat at the Dallas PQ, and almost top 8'd, but my breakers were just really trash, so I didn't make it. I had like one game that if I won, I was definitely in, and I lost it to what I thought was a very good matchup for me. Just my opponent played it, had like basically it was double yellow Han, and he basically went turn 1 Bodhi, taking my removal spell, turn 2 DJ or a tech into DJ, and just wiped the floor, and I couldn't combat it at all. So
All right, so
he did that in 2 out of the 3 games we played, and I ended up losing that matchup because of that. Like the one game he didn't do that, I crushed him, and it wasn't close. So he needed that exact set of cards again in game 3, and he got it. So, but yeah, I'm actually a big fan of Chancellor Palp. I think he's a very good leader in the game overall. So, and I think with the new stuff coming out between Anakin and Vader and Sheen Flurry, some other cool stuff. I think
that's what I
could
was
be a good
looking
deck.
for. What cards were making you excited about Chancellor Palpatine
Oh.
in the next set?
Well,
I'm aware of your unnatural love of Chancellor Palpatine. That's something that I knew about. But what specific cards?
Some might find my love for Chancellor Palpatine unnatural.
That's true. Some might. Any other leaders? What about new leaders you're excited for? Goodness, you got any?
To be honest. Not really.
Not really. We're just
None
gonna
of these leaders-
stick with Gar.
No, I'm very excited for Barris Offee as well. I'm a control player, and I think she's going to be potentially paired with Blue, a good control leader for that side of things.
All right. Well, looks like Faith might still be having problems. Dudeness, you want to run it back with Gar? I'll play Vader into you. See how that goes.
Loopy, can you drag Gabs? That's he just left. I don't know what this guy's doing.
Who is that Gabs guy?
That's his significant other's account that he just uses to he uses that to stream from his phone and then to pop from Discord on his computer. Draft with multiple different devs, at least I think 6 people on the team so far from FFG.
Yep.
And it's been a lot of fun.
Oh, and
So-
I'm lucky because 2 stores that are relatively close, Misty Mountain and Pastimes in Chicago, that both are very big stores, big followings, but they both run limited championships each set. So,
Oh, wow.
and they do it differently. Pastimes does draft where they'll do they did a 3-set draft. It was 3-2-1, where you had to advance through draft pods, and then that was a good idea.
Yeah, I think it was $150, and I know people I did have a lot of fun. I think there was 3 or 4 showcases pulled.
Oh, wow.
All right. Okay, so, and I think I'm going
You
to.
got Duder upside down. Oop.
Yep.
Put his mat backwards.
I'll get him there. I think I'm going to stop the Discord stream here just see if it helps our latency problems or not.
Okay.
It could. So you should be able to still see my Madden video. It's the one with Vader on it.
Yeah,
This is all we've done in the past. Let's see if that actually makes a difference or not. It didn't in our testing when we were doing coverage that way, but something's going on here. All right, let's go for initiative. You ready to go? And
Yeah.
talking to Dudeness now, I did kind of swap over because it seemed that you were still setting up Faith.
Oh, that's okay. I'm open for the next one.
Well, now I wonder if we have him. Haven't heard from him in a bit.
Oh,
I see him holding dice.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you
Yeah,
now.
we can hear you.
Hello?
Now you're. All right. Ready, Jam? This is why webcam games are super fun.
Is it really laggy?
You are really laggy. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. I don't know why. We're just fine, right?
Yeah, you're.
Yeah, sound like a robot.
Yeah, it's a little Wat Tambori.
True. It's actually a fantastic way to say that. I'm going to steal that 100%.
That's been used. That happened elsewhere. Yeah, so your audio is super garbled. All right. Faith, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can, so we're going to go back this way. Hopefully this will work, and we'll catch Dudeness next time. And then we'll do the spoilers in between. But, I mean, really, I'm a little bit scared of him anyway with what he just did to poor McBobber.
Yeah, he hops on these guys invite us onto their channel, and the dude is just like, "Excuse me, sir, I just need you to bend over for a minute."
And thank you, sir. May I have another? Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, I should have brought a better deck. I didn't know he was bringing the heat.
I'm sorry for being a little late.
He's already
I
thrown
would have
face-
loved to be here on time.
All right, you are good, my friend. And I got your board. It looks like we got nudie things happening here. All right, let's go. It's been
nudie things.
nudie things. He's got Nuke Gunray. So tell me about your Nuke Gunray deck while I
Oh,
set this up.
Okay, so I tried to really look at a leader that I hadn't seen much play of, and I thought this was really fun. I was really trying to use exploit, and I think Newt is actually one of the best exploit leaders potentially. This especially because like you're already using those things as resources. There's some pretty explosive starts in this deck. I have one as soon as turn 5, if kind of it all works out well. So even kind of like before he deploys, but you also can kind of go late. So it's a little bit janky, but it is pretty fun.
Yeah, Newt's got legs. I actually am aware that there was maybe the most awesome event that I've heard of, which was to win a Newt showcase. They actually, and everybody had to play a deck with Newt Gunray as the leader. So they ended up getting like 25, 30 people all running Newt Gunray at a thing. And I know the guy that won in Chicago with Newt Red. It was Newt Red that actually won it. So I guess he's of the same opinion as you. So why Red with Newt?
There's a secret special card in here that I don't want to tell you. Actually, there's a couple of secret cards in here that I don't want to tell you why I like Newt.
Will you tell me after the match?
Of course, of course.
After you've... All right, so I guess that's happening. I'm just going to have to deal with whatever Newt shows my way. And to your point earlier, I did have a Rose icon, but I do not have a Newt. You're the first person to play Newt on Late Night. Congratulations.
Thank you. I do like the Rose blue green. I have a Rose deck also sleeved up, and I think Rose can be really strong.
Right. I think so too. You know,
It's been good in some matchups.
she's certainly good in limited, right? I think she's one of the better limited leaders for set 4. Because her...
I think like even the structure, like you throw a page, if you get a page eco off just a couple of times, it can be pretty strong.
Right. And that's what I was going to say too. Paige is obviously good with her.
No,
And then resistance
I would
is
say
surprisingly strong.
Rose is top 3.
Yep.
Limited.
I don't know that I love the resistance leaders, but I think that the resistance cards are good. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
Raditz
think
is really
Poe's
good.
pretty good.
Snap is really good. Poe is an excellent unit. Both Poes are good. Poe unit, green unit, is really good because it lets you go wide or be a pilot. And then also...
Black 1.
Well, it's got Black 1 is an excellent card. Snap Wexley, we were talking about before, I think is a...
Yeah, Black 1 is great to go.
It's a way undervalued pilot because people are not trying Resistance Tribal. Probably because the leaders are so bad. But, like, my Resistance deck is with Han 2. Because he can do, like, the cheat out post stuff.
I like Kazuda, but most of the Resistance tribal stuff isn't in yellow, so like,
Right. Yeah.
it's kind of weird.
All right. Though Fireball's a good card. I like Fireball. You know, particularly in a Kaz deck.
Fireball's a good card.
All right. Let's get this gravy train rolling. Later night, later
All
dark,
right.
Heads or Tails.
Well, we have a couple of chatters real quick before we. So Zondai asked if the Galactic Championship is all Premier or there's some draft rounds. It's only going to be Premier. There will be side events for draft if that's what you're looking for, and you're not in the main event any longer. And then Carlos said Newt with eyeballs. I'll forever hate him after what he did in Destiny, which I had to look it up again because I forgot what he did. But he basically in Destiny you got. Or what do they call them in that? It was credits or something like that. I think it was.
There are resources.
So Carlos had,
Yeah, so you got one less.
Carlos in chat there has the honor of I think being the last person to take a game off of Wu in Minnesota because he was his top 8 opponent with Quinlan.
Oh, nice.
Heads, by the way. I choose heads.
All right, here we go.
Supposed to choose the late night. That's the
Dark side, buddy. So Vader gets it. All right, good luck, have fun. Yeah, it looks like the latency issues are stabilizing here, so hopefully we don't have any more problems.
Good.
Always fun dealing with that kind of stuff.
Do I sound better now?
You sound great.
Can you guys actually hear me?
All
Okay, good.
right, so we got new things happening.
Fantastic. Love to hear it.
what we're doing. Ready?
Uh,
2 for a Kylo's tie. Into the space arena, my left, your right.
okay. I will play Dr. Pershing. Did I do that right?
You
That's
did.
the right side?
You did. That is perfect.
Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Same.
You crushed it.
How are you guys watching? I'm watching on the live stream.
Yep. So, you can.
I'm watching through VOD.
Yeah, you can. If you join Video Ninja without a camera, you'll be able to see the 2 boards. I don't know.
But I should play you on the stream.
I think it was the other things I did that caused this to get better. But I think I'm just gonna leave it without doing the Discord
That's
share
fine.
as well. You can join us that way. All right. This is if you need me to read this card, I will. I'll play a Super Laser Technician into the ground arena.
How does that one work again?
Let's see. When defeated, you may put it into play as a resource and ready.
That seems kind of good.
It seems like good. I think people should play that.
Do I swing Dr. Pershing into it?
You can. I think you could. That's actually probably a better use than his ability. He can't.
I'm gonna play a first order stormtrooper.
All right. I will attack you for 3.
Ow. 3 damage. I will play a Roki gunship.
What's that do?
It's a 2/1 for 2. When defeated, deal 1 damage to a unit or base.
All right. That's not cool. I will claim. Why don't you use Pershing to you know you can actually use him to ping one of your other 2 units. You don't have to use it to get damage on him.
True. That's definitely appealing. I'm gonna deal damage and draw a card.
All right.
And I'm gonna pass. So I didn't get my super broken turn 1 play, which is okay.
I see
That's not
J-Rod's
character.
smiling face now in video.
Well, it wouldn't let me join if I didn't have a video on.
Yep.
Turn it off now, but I have to actually have one.
Yep, I got it. All right. And I got to draw 2. I hope you're not going to be able to interfere with this because this is actually kind of a cool thing if I can get it off here. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll play Vader Pilot onto the Kylo tie.
I mean, it seems. I feel like I have to. Oh, are you going to eject? Are you going to eject your Tyler, your thing, aren't you?
Maybe.
I feel like it's going to happen.
If you watch the Vader Force Frame video, you'd know whether eject is there or isn't in my deck.
That's true. So sure, I'll buy into the eject play. I'll use the Rokai gunship to attack into your Kai Boy, and then
Two.
I will deal 1 damage to. I'll deal 1 damage to Super Laser Tech.
Ugh. All right, so that becomes resource and readies. All right, I'm going to kill the. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to attack with Vader. Okay, so it's going to be 6, but before that, on attack, he will do 1 to kill the First Order Stormtrooper.
Okay, when defeated effect.
Yep, and I'll take the indirect on base to 1.
Okay.
And then I will do.
And then
Dude, look at that giant knife.
I will do another 1 to Pershing. And then you
Okay.
take 6 to base.
oh, that's not nice.
Ah.
Okay. I'm going to use my Dr. Pershing to draw a card.
Vader action. 1 to
Mhm.
your Pershing and 1 to your base.
Oh,
I think you're at, what, 10 now?
one. Yeah, I think I mistracked 1 damage.
Yep.
I'm going to play a Battle Droid Escort.
Oh, that's the... Like, it makes one when it comes in, makes it when it dies.
Yeah.
So I think I'm in...
And then...
I think it's in Malevolence area right now. Next turn, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, that. It's actually on this turn I can play Malevolence.
Can you?
So I have 1 resource up and 4
yeah.
units.
Yeah, you can. Do you have Malevolence? Is that what you're doing?
I may have a Malevolence in my hand.
You wouldn't.
I claimed a while ago, so...
Yeah. I'll
You're probably not
Malevolence.
your face. Come on now. You will Mullins.
All right.
Is that worth it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the super spicy tech card. Right, and then the other guy drops a battle droid, right?
Yeah, it's right there.
Mhm.
Doing
Was that worth it? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
restore to, right? Like,
He
I mean,
more
what
of
is sacrifice?
he baited me into it.
I forced him to do it.
It does have restore, so it's
we're here for a
7/7
fun time, not a long time, okay?
Yeah, the 7/7 restore.
I'm having a fun time.
Yeah, same.
I think you have the initiative.
All right, I do. I'm going to play a Phase 3 Dark Trooper. How about that?
That seems kind of good. I'm going to attack for 7 to your base, restore 2.
That seems pretty good. Yeah, the old Malevolence off the gun is not necessarily what I want to see. A resupply.
That resupply seems pretty good. I'm going to play an Inferno 4. Look at top 2. Go bottom.
Hold on.
Big Bob, are you going to Worlds?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that...
Oh, that's right.
I think most of us are going to be there. I actually just heard Symbiote's coming too, which is good. All right, so you
Nice.
played Infer 4. I'm going to deploy Vader.
I probably won't play the main event, but I do plan to be there.
I'm going to play. I'm going to get hot and bothered, exploiting my Inferno 4 and this battle droid,
Is that
and
Jug?
dealing 2 damage. It's heavy persuade.
Oh, you're
persuaded
always
thing.
be persuading. That's what it is.
And 2 damage to your Vader. And then I'm going to trigger my Inferno 4. Unfortunately, I did not draw my my turn 1 play. The best turn 1 play you can do is you can droid. It would have worked well actually this game. So I'd have had a droid deployment turn 1, and then you play a Saj as well on that same turn because you can exploit 2, and then you can use Newt's ability to put another token into play, and then you can on turn 2 swing with the token and then swing for 5 with a Saj. I probably should have mulliganed a little heavier for towards that.
I was actually just looking at Asajj too, because there's certainly a lot of force coming up and happening. So
Yeah,
and I think she has the Night
and I
Droid,
passed
too.
by the way.
And I'm also reading Dark Disciple.
All
Did,
right,
did you see the? Where we'll talk. Actually, I don't know what we're talking about. The Quinlan and Asajj spoilers yesterday made me super happy.
Mm.
All right, what's the
I was sad they're both red.
What's the stats on the Persuader?
6/5, and you dealt that 2 damage to Vader. Yeah, good.
Yep, I did. And what's the malevolence is a 7/7?
7. Yep.
I will attack your base for 5, and I will do 2 to the persuader.
Okay. I'm gonna claim.
But you could make a battle droid.
I could, but then I can attack first. Then you can overwhelming barrage and make me sad.
Pass. What's that card?
Dang
do?
it! I'm not. It's make your opponent cry. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing the way. Another nice thing is to, like, since you can get your capital ships out early like this, like right now, planetary bombardment is really nice right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because you can get that capital ship out on turn 5.
Right. Piet can get
We're gonna have malevolence.
You're gonna what?
Yeah, we're gonna have malevolence. Malevolence is gonna attack your base for 7.
Yep.
I'm gonna restore 2.
You are. I'm gonna barrage for 7.
Mhm.
So it'd take 3 to kill malevolence. That would leave 4 there.
It takes
So-
3 to kill the heavy persuader.
Yeah, so I think I'm actually just gonna do all 7 to malevolence.
All right, malevolence has been defeated. This hot and bothered heavy persuader tank unfortunately really won't get around your thing, so I need to attack into your 3/3 sentinel.
Right. Play a Von Rigtai.
Okay.
Now that's a ship if you get Vader on, you're only in business.
I'm going to. I'm going to play an Inferno 4. Looking at top 2. We're going to go bottom. No, we're going to go bottom. Sorry. Bottom.
Judge,
Judge.
one lights me.
Yeah. So the thing is, Space Modulator, I couldn't kill the tank. That's what I was doing the math on. You know, in the chat, you said I should have put the tank and let the tank at 2. No, it didn't work that way because you needed the 3 from the Sentinel to kill that guy. I also appear to have fixed the stream. J-Rod, if you want to click that link I sent you before, see if that'll put it back up on Outmaneuver. But
Okay.
I believe actually a setting that we tweaked to bandwidth that was higher at the thing changed. All right, I'm going to hit your base for 7 and do 2 to your turn of 4.
Sorry,
Okay.
you can't pair channels after the event has started.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Oh,
okay.
I think
No,
the
it's okay.
internet connection, spoiled. Well, I mean, you did have the grand debut of live stream Outmaneuver, for about a minute and a half.
For 1 whole minute.
I'm
Pretty on
going
brand.
to use Newt's ability to make a 1/1 droid.
I'm going to claim.
I'm going to deploy Newt.
He's a 2/8.
Newt is going. He's 2/8, and Newt is going to boldly go where Northern Newt has gone before. He's going to attack your base for 2.
Ouch. Into the data vault.
He's going to make a token. And then he's going to pay 4 for a Providence Destroyer by exploiting 2. He's going to exploit this Inferno 4 and this Battle Droid. And he's going to go bottom because my deck hates me.
It's a power bottom.
And then I'm going to pass.
All right.
Faith is digging for something.
Planetary bombardment. There's no planetary bombardment.
Diggy. What's the stats of the Providence Destroyer?
5/7.
And does it do anything?
When it attacks, it gives a space unit -2/-2.
Well, that's rude. Well, before my space unit gets -2/-2, I'm going to hit your base for 3, take you to 21.
I should have just made up what it did. When it attacks, it defeats a unit.
You say, the thing is, you got McGabber listening, and he's basically a database of all the cards. So hopefully he would help me out. Yeah, we're going to be on Do You Know Swoo with Mobius. He's going to be on our channel in, like, what, 3 weeks from today? But, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We're going to do the game show thing. Speaking of did you guys see the underwhelming barrage stuff that Tada did? It's like around the horn.
I saw a little bit of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. It was pretty cool.
I liked it.
I was a fan.
I will have Providence come in and attack you for 5 and give your guy -2/-2.
So it is.
Because
it is now not as big of Honoric tie. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You are at what on base?
I've got myself at 4 life left on base.
And how much does Vader hit for?
Vader? Well, it depends. If Vader is by himself, and if it's the leader from set 1, I think that's 5 damage with an on-attack effect. So you have to resolve the on-attack effect first, though.
Okay. So we will attack Vader to your base for 5, doing the on-attack to my Von Ragtai to kill it. How about that?
So what happens if if the damage goes over your base health? Do you is it like in 21 in basketball where you go back to 4?
I mean, what should happen, and which I'll try to do going forward, is I should now make your base explode with like a graphic. But I've never thought about that before, so that's not something I'm capable of doing now. I can probably find something in the soundboard that makes an explosion sound.
Loopy, I got you. Faith, move your base to the right a little bit where your Providence Destroyer is, and then it'll get exploded because of the art on your map.
So what the deck's trying to do is it's trying to use like a droid deployment on turn 1 where you get the 2, and then since you can Asajj out the 2, you can get the Asajj out turn 1, and then lets you play the Newt on turn 1, and then you can actually get Asajj's attack effect off on turn 2 on the attack. So that's what the deck's trying to do. And then also trying to get one of the big capital ships out on turn 5 on resource 5, so that way you could use the planetary bombardment on resource 6 on curve. That's the secondary win condition, kind of. Got other fun exploit cards like Count Dooku, the 5-cost Count Dooku, the 8-cost Count Dooku. So it's a fun little silly deck that I've been enjoying.
I liked it.
Loopy, when did I give you the old sound for our old intro?
I actually found it on. I have a soundboard of all of the Discords, so I have all your sounds and everybody else's sounds. So I get myself in trouble if I do it too much, but
yeah.
So and we're gonna try to make an explosion happen right now. So there it is, save it. Let's see if this works. You know, because this is how the professionals do it, right? Just fly by the seat live. There we go. So there's an explosion. So hold on. I gotta get back. Oh, I lost it. All right. Well, they saw the explosion. All right. So how about we do some spoilers? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a break
Faith,
from
did you have a chance
gameplay
to
here.
see all the spoilers that get released?
Well, it's better if he hasn't.
I have seen some. I haven't seen them all.
I haven't looked at any of them.
All right. Well, here we go. Here we go. Sorted by set number. No, we don't want that. We want that by preview date. We need it the other way, though. Descending. Yep. All right. So, let's see what the best way to do this is. I think we'll do it this way as browser capture or window capture. One sec. All right, so if you guys want to go on a video or on SwooDB and follow along, if you just look at the set in preview date, the first one's going to be tip the scale. That's what we're going to do. And you're going to have to read the card through that way. Because, actually, hold on. Let me see if I can set the Discord stream back up. I want to say I found another problem with the bitrate setting. That might have fixed it. So let's go back to that full screen preview. Okay, I put the Discord share back up. As long as it doesn't start causing latency problems, it should be okay. Tip the scale. Here we go.
Got it. Yep.
Yep. And resize it. Make it good. So everybody can see it. And we'll just kind of do these of everything today and maybe yesterday. Because there's a whole lot. And we'll do hot takes and they'll be recorded forever. So we can go back and see whether we were right or not.
Nice.
So tip the scale. 2 cost. Look at an opponent's hand and discard a non-unit card from it. Is this good?
That card's a banger, dude. What? Most of the time with Spark of Rebellion, you were looking for the non-mutant card anyways.
Often.
When you were really wanting to take the event that you didn't want to see.
Usually against villain, you're
Right, obviously this is less good on turn 1.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. This is less good turn 1 because you can't hit their turn 1 play too, right?
Right.
But this seems like a banger.
I do love the force trait and the trick trait.
Yes.
Those are both speaking to me.
And why does this trick trait speak to you?
Jabba?
Jabba. That's
cool,
right. Yeah, no, I mean,
chance to right here.
so I'll do mine last on this one. McBauer, if you're still around. You might be...
I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, I think you pretty much nailed it on the head. Yeah, it's the traits that make this stand out compared to like Spark of Rebellion. And of course, villains can play this, so
right.
Yeah, but we'll like it.
Yeah, no, I think that it's good for CAD, and I mean, they really are piling on the discard effects in yellow. I mean, as somebody that actually helps maintain Quinlan lists and thinks a lot about that, I mean, we already are to critical mass of discard. Like, Ahsoka was a game changer with just being able to make people top deck while still developing a board. But more stuff that can hit a non-unit card is, it's getting excessive. Now, Villain's going to have a little bit of it too. Now, Hero has both Spark. Spark's better than this because it can discard any card, right? So you wouldn't run this over Spark.
Yep.
Unless you need more copies.
No.
And then there's Jam Communications, but Jam can only hit events. This can hit upgrades. And that's going to be important because I see a lot of good upgrades this set too that I think that are going to get played. So I like Tip the Scale too.
Great point.
All right. We are all around there. The next one up is going to be, it'll be a little bit changing.
Wampa, let's go.
Yeah, we saw the Wampa. Do you like Wampa, Dudeness?
Wampa's a great for the draft, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. It's also in my Kanan deck. I like that. But Wampa's a reprint. 3 Lessons is not. This is a 2 cost. Play a unit from your hand against hidden for this phase and give an experience and a shield to it. Whoever wants to chime in first.
This is tough for me because I make sure you're gonna call 2 more. So like, this seems much more like a good card, more than premium cards. I could be incorrect, but I don't think. But it's interesting for sure because the hidden effect. I guess it would depend on like what. Like, a problem with hidden is like, yeah, it can't be attacked, but like, also people can just use it to remove it too. I'm hesitant to feel how good hidden is.
Right. So your audio was going in a little bit out, but I think I got the gist of it, which is that it depends on how good hidden is.
Yeah.
More thoughts?
Yeah, I think this is a draft card. I don't think I'd play this in Constructed.
Yeah, exactly. 2 feels expensive, but you give this to the right unit at the right time.
Yeah,
and your sealed pool, that might be pretty good.
There's also like units that care about being upgraded. I mean, one that I think is going to be maybe one of the cards that jumps the most in price this set is like the Ghost from set 5, because I think Kanan is really strong, and if you can keep the 5-cost Ghost upgraded, all of a sudden everything has Sentinel. So I mean, maybe if you're doing something with a unit like that, but I mean, I don't think this will see a lot of constructed play. Not for 2.
So if I can,
No.
if I can just chime in, I wonder how it could
No.
be with. I wonder how it could be with cards that already have some kind of protection. So like a lurking tie phantom, giving that hidden so it can't be attacked right away. A shield, and then the experience counter lets it attack for a little bit more. And since it's already got the other protection to protect against things like power or things like takedown, I don't know. Just a thought.
That's a good point. Or anything with like Chewbacca on it.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, we have a Gar player here. I mean, if you get like Iden on a lurking tie, is that good? That was
imagine.
actually.
It,
That was
it can be pretty good, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like definitely can be pretty good.
All right.
Like that might actually could be a guard card because
See, now we got the wheel spinning.
on turn 5 maybe play that.
Yeah, I mean, and some stuff you just got to keep until the next turn. All right. Time of Crisis. It's a disaster, of which we've had a couple. Each player chooses a unit they control. Deal 3 to each unit not chosen this way.
It's probably our best red board wipe we've seen so far. Still don't know how playable it is. Like, I think it's probably a sideboard card if we have like a Vader deck that from set 4 that stays relevant. This card could play, but it's still not going to deal with like any issue on the board. So it has good.
All right. Yeah, Space Module instead, is Morgan listening. I'll just say real quickly, this immediately goes in my Twin Suns deck. That plays
Oh,
every annoying card in yellow and red, but this qualifies.
I think this card's trash.
Why?
I mean, they're always going to pick the thing that you want to damage the most as the thing that won't get damaged. So, like, you only really would play this if you're losing really hard. Like, it's like a comeback card, but it's still not really dealing with the problem entirely. It's just kind of helping. I don't know. Not my thing.
I would echo that and just say like, as well, this is at best going to hit something if they have more than one unit. You can't control how many units your opponent's going to have on the board, which is sometimes only 1 or 2. So you may be paying 4 for 3 damage, which is like worse than an open fire. And that's if they have 2 units.
Well,
Yeah, and it's 3 damage to the thing you don't want.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I will counter with this though. I mean, where I might consider this is there's a lot of people playing like Bombing Run right now, you know, as tech for Vader Yellow. I mean, against a deck like that, that's a swarm deck, or Akbar's another swarm deck. I mean, this could be devastating. Right, it's something that you could add in to
Just
help.
keep playing Bombing Run then.
Yeah, I don't have Bombing Run.
Bombing Run costs 5 though.
Yeah.
This costs 4.
Now this nobody's said this yet, but this affects both arenas, not just one.
Right.
That's why I think it, like,
And
that's why
you might only have one unit on your side, in which case this can be a pseudo one-sided board wipe if your opponent is going wide.
And also, let's
So
not.
I mean, it's not totally trash.
Well, I don't think it's totally trash. I mean, I'd
But
be
it's not
interested with
great
like
either.
what the boss of the world think. Like if you're a hard control deck that's not playing units, all of a sudden it's just do 3 damage to everything. Now,
Yeah.
they should not be in the position where it's hitting a lot of things, right? Because if they're doing their control things, there should not be a bunch of stuff out. But I don't know. Maybe it's a parachute cord. I mean, people are playing like timely reinforcements into Bosk. I mean, they got to find a way to deal with it. Interesting. I don't think it's great, but I could see
I think
it.
this card's the best.
I could see it getting some play.
I could see it being better than Bombing because it costs 4, and that's a big difference. 4 to 5.
It costs 4 and it hits all arenas, not just one.
All right. Yeah, no, I think this is a good idea. I like this. Lightsaber throw. I'm glad that there is. This was a card in Destiny, if I remember right, Gerard, right? I think there's a lightsaber
Yes.
throw.
This card is a banger. Just straight off the rip.
Yep. And why?
This card seems pretty
The-
good.
The biggest downside of this card is you have to put lightsabers in your deck, which I don't think are very good yet.
Oh,
And I read some of the newer ones still, but I'm like, There's a couple good ones, but not like enough where I'm like, I want to put a bunch of them in to make sure I have them.
I'll tell you what, I'm super excited about constructed lightsaber for Quinlan because it kind of gives Quinlan the ability to make sentinels or restore, both of which were hard. You know, I don't know about it in anywhere other deck, right? Because it's just kind of the yellow-red hero didn't have that. But if you're playing lightsabers, like Kylo, the new leader, we'll get to that in a sec. But he wants a lot of upgrades, right? This could be good if you have a lot of upgrades in your deck.
I kind of wish it scaled, personally. I wish it was like deal X damage based off of the lightsaber's either power it gave or its cost, or cost plus one. Just I think that'd be a little bit more interesting of a design.
I wish I could hit space units.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, I get why it doesn't, because it's like lightsaber throw, and it's like can't throw space.
We just saw Vader
You just
kill a
gotta throw harder.
spaceship. Because you got to throw harder, right? You got to get that Sith lightning. I could see.
I'm
this.
pretty sure I've seen Rey slice the spaceship right in half. I don't know.
That's right. Yeah, Ray did slice up in a spaceship, didn't she?
She sure did.
Looking forward to this one. All right, next up. I love that this card exists. Do or do not. You may use the Force. If you do, draw 2 cards. If you do not, draw a card. Thoughts?
Going like every single one of my period, full stop.
Every deck?
Every red deck, obviously.
Okay. J-Rod loves it.
I mean,
It
every
does seem
red
pretty
force
solid
deck
for
is
Twin
very
Suns.
clear. But like actually use the force, but like I feel like in Twin Suns you probably won't have enough cards to like really use the force enough to like make it worth your time. I think this card could be good because like drawing cards in Twin Suns is much more valuable than it is in Premier because you only have one of each card, so you need it.
All right. Do this?
I mean, they're trying to make card draw work. I still don't think anybody's gonna be playing this in Premier.
Clapper?
Maybe in a
Yeah,
force heavy
I
deck
concur.
to draw only 2 for 2, but like I don't know.
We already had. We had like what was it? 3 costs, draw 2 cards as a red event.
Right.
Nobody played it.
There's the
You can save a resource. You use the force, which is almost a resource. That's kind of how it's been valued. So it's very similar.
there's already like draw 2 cards if you have a token unit, right? In a gray card. I forget what it's called. The name of that.
Correct. Yeah.
Manufacturing something.
Yeah.
Something
But-
manufacturing or something like that.
But yeah. But we have that card and we have token decks, but it's not being played in those decks.
Just play Caddy Monday, who he costs 2 more, but you draw 2 cards.
You take a
and
word on him,
you get a
well.
4/4 body.
Because Key, I think, is a great card. Right? Because it's a 4/4 body for 4. Right? And this is, just doing 2.
Yeah, you just
I was
tack
gonna
2 more
say,
resources onto
your
this. And
card
you get a
draw-
4/4. It's a good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, this needs to be stapled onto a unit for us to play it, and it's not, so we're probably not gonna play it.
Yeah.
I probably will not play it in draft. I probably am if I do not play it in draft.
I think it's a fine draft card. Like I think you're happy to have it in your 30 cards. It's not a first pick of a
I'm
card
gonna
or anything,
back
but you're
with
like,
that.
I'll take one.
I wouldn't be
You
happy
are
to have it,
maybe
but,
this is
like-
this is maybe the 30th card in your draft set.
Yeah,
I-
that's how I
I mean-
would see it too.
It'd be like my bottom 5 for sure, but I don't think it's like my 30th. I'd put it in probably a little bit sooner
Well, some of us
if I have
I
enough
actually-
ways.
some of us draft better than others.
I think it's probably like 6 on my.
Got him. Oh my god.
Got him.
The burn. Oh, anyway. I'll try to do better. All right.
Yeah, next one.
Unleash Rage.
Yeah, next one.
I like how we see the Wampa every time. It's great.
Yeah,
We got to get as much Wampa time as possible. Well, first off, I'll
This
tell you,
is
I really like the art of this card.
Is the Wampa reprinted for this set? Is
It
that what's
is.
happening?
It
Yeah.
is. That's why it's in the list.
Okay,
right.
cool.
Unleash Rage. Use the Force. If you do, give a friendly unit +3/+0 for this phase.
The fact that it says and then attack with it, or I'm sorry, doesn't say that, makes me pretty dubious of this card.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, I generally don't like any of these like temporary buff cards if you're not also getting an attack or something with it. So I'm not a fan.
we were just talking about this with Asajj, and the example I gave was look at how many people play Fleet Lieutenant and play like a Delphi, and how many people play Bold Resistance, right? Like, does there was one person that knew what bold resistance did, because it's give +3/+3, I think, to all units sharing a trait. But it's slow. It doesn't have the attack, and I think you guys are right. I think this.
So can I just push back a little bit? Can I push back a touch?
Yeah, push back.
Oh,
Let's
I
go.
went too fast. I got push back.
This says for the phase rather than like where we're surprise strike. You get that attack right away, but it's just for that one attack. This is for the phase. So if you can find a way to ready your unit and get multiple attacks with that +3, that's where it could be interesting.
Yeah, so like my pairing or idea with this
Ready
would have been
for-
with Anakin, and then with playing like Bravado, so you get like 2 attacks.
Right. And I
Really
don't
good
know,
offense.
does the Ataro card, the one that readies a force unit, is that restricted to cost or power? I don't recall.
I think it's power
I think
for
it's
less.
power, right? Like an Inquisitor obviously is restricted to power, so this would probably turn off Inquisitor. But
4 less power, yeah.
mhm.
They do have that new ship. What is it, like a 0-3
0-3.
with raid 3 or something?
Right.
0-3 raid 3 overwhelm.
Yeah, you could still use it on that one.
Yeah. Well, that thing should have a Vader pilot on it for Inquisitor, because like the TIE bomber with Vader on it is already like a good way to win Inquisitor games. That's all you want. All right. Heavy blaster cannon attached to a non-vehicle unit. When played, you may deal 1 damage to a ground unit, then deal 1 damage to the same unit, then deal 1 damage to the same unit, and then it's +2/+2. Thoughts? Item, weapon.
I don't know what to think of this card.
I don't want to think of this card
It's
either.
playable. Yeah,
I
you,
don't
you basically deal 3
Like,
damage to
so-
the unit when you play it.
Which is good, right? That's most likely finishing off something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only real point to divide the damage into 3 instances other than theme is like against shields. It's
Shields.
more efficient against
Yeah.
shields.
Are there any other?
You know what?
Are there any things that care about like each time this unit takes damage, it
Yes.
does a thing? What
The
is that?
3/3 Sentinel set 2. The only green one there was.
But isn't that combat damage?
No, that's
Isn't it
combat damage. You're talking about phase 3.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Phase 3 is
Then I have
surprise
nothing.
combat damage, right?
That
But
was all I had.
now,
Boba Fett's armor.
no, but if there's ever a card that's like,
Yeah.
so say there's a unit that says each time that this unit takes damage, it does 4 damage to base. All of a sudden, this is potentially good.
I think this is made to pair with Paz Vizsla, the new. We haven't looked at him yet, but he has like basically double grit. So you throw this on him and it damage himself, and then he becomes like a 5/11 or sorry, an 11/5.
If any of you could watch the chat, I can't do that while also going through the cards. But feel free to pop up with what their thoughts are. We're all friends here. I'm really excited.
Interesting making it go full red.
I did not get much time
Okay.
to do this.
His
All right.
space modulator in chat. He's basically agreeing that any of the buff events need to also be intact to be good.
Yeah, I agree too. I mean, I guess Unity of Purpose can be good just because it like gets your whole board, but you have to have like a giant board before that's any good. All right, Invasion Control Ship. This is cool looking. I like the art of this one too. This is like the Newt would like this card, right? Because it's. In fact, I think we have a Newt red card. That's what this is. No?
I know exactly what this is. This is the oops, we didn't put this into jump to light speed, so we gotta fit it into instead 5. That's what this card is, straight up.
Straight up. Word.
Now,
Bill,
as far as
if I can
whether or not
comment
it's
on that?
good or not, it's 5/9 for 7. That grade 2 is pretty cool in raid units, but I mean for 7 resources, it seems like too little, too late.
You know, the
To do this point there, to do this point about it being for set 4 though, the swarming vulture droids are droids, and so it would have been great in there.
If
Yep.
this thing had Sentinel, I'd like it.
Oh, that's true.
yeah.
Sense would have been good.
'Cause then it
or
can protect
exploit.
your vulture droids.
I
Different
don't.
exploits, so you can do it for like 5.
I don't hate this. You know, I mean, if you have something that makes a bunch of battle droids, giving all of them raid 2 is a thing. Because battle
I mean,
droids have the droid tag,
someone-
right? It's droid trooper. I don't know
Yeah.
besides that. Let's hit the next one. I love this art. This thing's look cool as heck. It looks like a Dungeons and Dragons beast.
Can you guys hear me now? Okay, there we go.
Yep.
If I stop talking for a while, just
This
me know.
is pretty cool.
I might.
I mean, this is
Each 5 now.
It is an 8/5 for 6.
I mean, this is pure draft filler, but like, it is a creature for creature matters. He's a big boy.
I mean, I think a
You
6
can
drop
take
8/5
and draft, yeah.
is relevant for limited, for sure.
I mean, ECL says high, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no, this is the
Kill
one
a
for
Vader.
draft field.
Anybody
kills
know
it every leader.
what this thing is from in Star Wars?
Episode 7 is the creature that Han is smuggling on his big old ship.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
This is why I'm looking forward to Do You Know Swoo
He knew that right away. Too.
with McBarber on my team.
He was like,
I just want to
on the
say,
spot
Face
with
went
that,
on
like
very well.
exactly.
All right. Next up. I'm having fun. I like this.
I mean, episode 7 was the actual good.
Last words. That's Obi and Qui-Gon, right? If a friendly
That
unit
sure
was
is.
defeated this phase, looking strangely romantic. I don't know about that. I don't know about the card either. If the friendly
So
unit,
like, someone okayed this NFT. Someone was like, "Yeah, this is fine."
who okayed this art?
Isn't this the scene where it was "I love you, I know"? Isn't that the scene?
I think it's
Yeah, that's
Liam Neeson
exactly
and
the
Ewan
same, yeah.
McGregor. I think I've heard that fanfic before.
All right, let's keep it. Let's keep it real here. Anybody like this card?
No.
Yeah.
Me either.
It's one of the arts of all time.
All right, well,
Art's great. I agree.
all right.
It's a
Go,
draft corner.
go into hiding. Tactic. Choose a unit. It can't be attacked this phase unless it's a sentinel.
Nope.
It's
What in the
worse
world?
than the last card.
It is. It is. The best thing I can say about it is it's a tactic that Steela can get, but then she's going to be real sad if that's what she has to pick. All right, let's go to the next one.
This is why when I do my 2-card
think you're
reviews,
right.
I don't review every card in the set. 'Cause some cards there's not much to say.
Yeah, if anybody doesn't watch McBarber's 2-card review shorts, they're amazing. You know, I look forward to it every day. It's been every day, and there should be like probably for the next week or two, they'll be trickling out all the stuff from today. But yeah, it's doing it's drive stuff people to our channel too. So we're pushing on 4,000 soon. Let's go.
I want to know who this actual space wizard is. Because I
Is this
haven't.
the
It's the
the
father, it's
slightest
Mortis.
clue Who the father is. No,
Clearly hasn't
Huh?
watched the Clone Wars.
Yeah, it's Mortis.
no,
The
I
father,
haven't.
the son, and the daughter. Anakin goes out there.
That's why we have Anakin is the champion of Mortis.
Mhm.
Because he is the chosen one, not Luke.
All right,
I'm gonna choose to believe you.
you should watch that
I'm going
art.
to choose
though.
not to put this guy in any of my decks.
It is S tier Clone Wars. I think I really like the Mortis stuff. The card. Is
I'm happy we have him in a game, but it's very bad.
So the card is a 5/10 force, and when you use the force, may deal the damage to the unit if you do the forces with you. So basically, it allows you to use the force by doing a damage to this guy in a limited number of times per turn. Thoughts?
It's gonna be.
Maybe someone will figure it out, but
Mm-hmm.
it just seems like a combo piece for
An expensive
for
one at
something. I
that.
don't know.
Right.
There's not enough like force payoffs for that. HP.
You
Could
would
be
need
wrong.
a force payoff that you could repeat a bunch of times, and that does good things for you, right?
Yeah.
And I don't
Like
know
I
what
would be like, okay,
that is.
if there's a unit that could do like, hey, give this unit +2/+0, use the force without costing any resources. You can just do it if you have force. Then I can see that come with this guy, then attacking for 1,000,000,005, bravado, 1,000,000,005. Yeah, back on bravado.
All I see is another legendary worth $1? Question mark.
So
Yeah, I will absolutely be pulling 8 of these hyperspace out of carbonite packs. Can't wait. Super pumped.
So General Spats in the chat mentions that Ray's the chosen one, which I suppose is true, but would require me to remember episode 9, so that's not going to happen.
She is not the chosen one. That is incorrect. It is
Oh, man.
absolutely Anakin.
This is what happens when we start talking about stuff. Let's quick do another card before we get more into that. All right. A Ravening Gundark. A 5/4, deal 1 damage to a ground unit.
I mean,
I
it's a
don't hate
draft
this.
card, but it's better than like almost all these other draft cards we've been looking at.
Agreed.
Yeah,
100%. Big bubbers right on the.
This is a card I'm always
100%.
happy to pick and draft. 100%.
Yep.
Put it. Sounds
Tough pass.
Because 1 damage to finish off an annoying trade that your opponent took is just so huge in draft.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I'm with you.
So this is really good in Creatures Matter, this set. So this is at least a B tier draft card. It goes in any deck too. Like this card seems pretty cool.
Yeah, I like
common.
it. It's a cool looking guy too. I don't recognize the creature. Anybody can place that.
I haven't Defagius, but yes, I agree. The art is pretty cool.
I mean,
It's not actually in any of the movies.
yeah, I expect that some of this stuff is going to be from the Cal Kestis games, given that he's in the set. But I'm not recognizing this. I played both of those. I don't think we fought that guy that I remember. All right, I like that guy too. If anybody knows what a Gundark is, let me know. All right, this is Pelimato, who is in Mandalorian, right? That's her.
Yeah.
Correct.
The lady on
That's his
Tatooine.
mechanic.
Right.
Yeah.
2 costs on attack. Give an experienced unit to a friendly vehicle or droid unit.
Oh, I want to tie this in. I want to tie this in quickly to the invasion control ship because I was looking. One of the reasons I think it should have been in Jump to Lightspeed, that card, because there's only 6 droids in this set. So for limited purposes, you will not be getting it for a droid. Now you might also look and say, well, you can get it for vehicles because all the space units are vehicles. Well, in this set we have non-vehicle space units as well. So I'm a little bit dubious, but I think it is still okay.
Who's looking forward to giving Purgles lightsabers?
This guy.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. I'm sad they don't have the Force trade. I mean, if anything should have the Force trade, it's Purgles, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're basically Force manifestations. But,
Speaking of Pelimato here in front of us, I think this is a pretty solid card. Whether or not a season premiere, but for draft, I'm pretty okay playing this on turn 1. Question mark.
If it was when played, I'd be.
Well, like so, you play a turn 1, and then turn 2, you play the vehicle or droid. You attack, get the experience.
So I have to play unit first and then attack. That's definitely how Star Wars Limited.
oh, well, I mean, but you know, I'll back up dudeness on this. You play this lady on turn 1, and then you play the Phase 3 Dark Trooper turn 2. You attack with her. Now it's a 4/4, and if it can survive the attack, now it's a 5/5. I could see it maybe. 1/4 is not terrible. I mean, at least she's a little sticky. Got a big butt.
Yeah.
1/4 is sticky-ish. You know, it's like it's going to take at least a couple attacks into it, and maybe it gives out 2 experience along the way. So then we're talking about a 3/6 for 1, or I'm sorry, for 2.
I mean, Newt seems to be getting a lot of support in the cards we've looked at today. All right. I love this guy. It's not good, but I love him. All right. It's a Kowakian monkey lizard, which I believe is Salacious Crumb's race. Certainly looks like him, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It is, yes.
Yep. And he has an ambush 2/1 creature.
I mean, I don't
It's
think it's whatever. 2 attack is not very exciting. There's not a lot of 2 health units running around now.
No, but this is clearly another draft card, and it's like not a good draft card, but like you need a 30th card. This guy would be like, all right, see it.
Good old monkey boy.
KML.
I wish he had like synergy with Crumb. You know, that you could have like a Kowakian tribal deck. You know, that would make me happy.
He does. He can ambush into Crumb and not kill Crumb and die himself.
and then Crumb can also ping him and die.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah,
So Crumb is the king of the Kowakian monkey lizards. This guy is just a chump
Correct. Yeah.
that gets wrecked by Crumb.
This is probably supposed to pair with, was Malakili, the guy who makes your creatures cost 1 less?
okay, yeah. Oops.
I'd rather play Bendu with that guy. I am having
I'd
all
rather
kinds of fun
return Bendu.
Pelp returning Bendu with Kylo because that is actually really fun.
Yeah.
All right. Gifted Urchin. A 1/4 2 cost. This is most.
Hey,
Force-
it's
With the
Ellie
force
again,
trait-
but without an ability.
It has force.
Force
Yeah.
is
If you
important.
really care about force, turn 1 and draft. Otherwise,
The bases care about it. The common bases care about the force trait, so you
Yeah.
can
Correct.
get the force.
Like this,
Correct.
this is gonna be a card that people will be picking early if you need to, like, guarantee a force and you don't have a card in your color you want to take. I can see this card
Not a
actually
lot
being
of
pretty
force
reasonable in
units in
draft.
this set. I don't
Is there
know.
anything that cares about Fringe this set? Because we did get a Fringe card the last set, the guy that gives shields. That's actually kind of good. Is there anything more?
I think I've seen
for Fringe?
anything that cares about
Nothing I'm
Fringe.
I mean, but at least we know that it's a trait that might get more help because there's one card that cares about it. All right, let's get to the next one. Long Beam Cruiser. Now we're into heroism. It is a 6/6 Republic vehicle capital ship with Restore 1.
I don't even know what this is.
Basic draft card.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
basic path. Next card.
a bunch of draft filler, but that I would actually play. Like a 6/6 in space, your opponent can't deal with that restores.
I'll tell you
Could
this
swing the tide.
of the Mortis cards. This is the one I like the best. The Daughter. 4/6 Force. When damage is dealt to your base, you may use the Force. If you do, heal damage from your base.
Card seems pretty good. I could see it good in my Chancellor Palpatine deck to really help. Because mine for set 5 that I have already kind of built up.
Oh, is your
Built around a
Chancellor
Force.
Palpatine on a Force base trying to get the tag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing like Dooku and like the Night Sister that does -3/-3 on turn 4. Because that was like the big drawback of it from set 3. We didn't have really good turn 4 plays other than Childson, but now with like the Dooku that's shielded and ambush and stuff like that,
Mhm.
pretty good. So I could see the Daughter being good in the deck to help heal some of the damage off the base because we have to go 28, not 30.
Right.
Wish her stats were a little bit better.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, 4/6 for 5 is not terrible. She does have the Force
I actually
trait,
love her stats.
which is important.
She can't be felled, she can't be takedown,
It is the Ruthless.
so I'm not mad about it.
It is the
Your
Ruthless.
4/6
Right.
is the perfect dodge.
Right. It's the money point. Yeah, no, I think
I
that
don't
if
know
you
if Force trait needs his attacks on stats.
right. So, I mean, it's obviously a defensive card, but anything that's doing heroism, you know, it wouldn't be like the current Ray Data Vault deck because that doesn't use the force base. But if you had like a similar type deck that's just trying to do all defense, I mean, being able to heal 2 damage every time your base is dealt damage is significant. And I do see now the synergy with the father, right? Because he could have instantly replaced the token if he's out as well.
But he cost 8.
That's his problem. Blue Squadron Assault Ring, 5/5 raid 1 for 5.
Good, solid draft card.
Basic card. Next card.
Medical Frigate. On attack. You may heal
What?
It's Rose on a stick. It's Rose on a ship.
This art is really good. I want to bring
like the art.
attention
I
to the
like
art.
it,
The perspective here is really, really cool.
I want the hyperspace version of this card. It's gonna be sick.
I like the
Warcraft
stats. Too.
capital ship.
I,
Warcraft
Yeah,
capital
this
ship.
card in
Or
hyperspace is
American.
going to be a banger.
I actually kind of like this card too. I mean, it's you know, the healing, like for something like Han 2, it's doing damage a lot. I mean, healing effects can
Yeah.
be relevant.
Imagine if this card wasn't heroism, like in the Pia deck. That'd be
Mhm.
sick.
It would be sick, wouldn't it?
All right.
Banging
so
art, though.
is banging art.
Costa new.
Costa New. Force Jedi.
I don't know who is this
Republic.
person.
I think she's the Jedi Librarian. Is that who that is?
That's right.
You may attach a friendly upgrade on a friendly unit to a different eligible unit.
Important to note, this also includes shields and experience tokens
And pilots.
And pilots.
and pilots.
That's
Actually,
where
really like the art.
if it gets played in Premiere, I think it's because it's like moving pilots around, because that could be significant. Or lightsabers. Lightsabers can be big plus.
I wish it wasn't only a friendly upgrade. It'd be cool if you could like move a traitorous off of your guy or something.
Yeah,
Right. So friendly upgrade means an upgrade you own, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, an upgrade you played.
Right. Right. So you couldn't move. You couldn't even move entrenched either, unless you played it yourself.
unless you played it, yeah.
Correct.
Which actually, that could be an interesting take, though, like being able to play that.
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
you can put it on, like, you're going to kill their thing and then move it to, like, their other thing or something.
I mean, it's a force unit 3/4, available to all heroes. I think if you have, I mean, there might be a deck. I mean, what we had the Luthen card that gets items. I mean, if you have something that's just all upgrades, maybe.
Yeah, I
don't know.
think you would need a more, like, negative upgrades put on your opponent's stuff.
Yeah,
The -2/-2.
we'll get to the leaders in a bit, but I mean, the Kylo leader is certainly looking at upgrade stuff. But this is heroism. You need something similar. Gungan warrior. You know, this is the most badass Gungan we have so far. A 3-cost 3/2
It
shield.
actually isn't that bad of a card.
I think it's actually kind of a good card for draft. I mean, a shielded 3/2 for 3 with restored 1. I mean, look at the what's the 3/3 the craftier smuggler called? Outer Rim Outlaw. That gets play.
Yeah, you're basically trading 1 health for restore 1.
My only concern here with this guy is that a lot of the turn 1 plays are going to be 2/4s now, and he doesn't kill that. So that's kind of my concern.
He doesn't kill that in
And
his
this
first
would-
attack, but he'll restore 2.
Yeah, they won't kill him either. He's got a shield.
Yeah, but he's a 3/2, so you're going to get perilous position. You're going to get. There's a new card in this set that gives -2/-2 for 3 as well. And if you have the force, it gives -3/-3. So.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's eventually a Gungan deck, this guy will probably go in it. Otherwise, he's just jocular.
I would be surprised if we don't have a Gungan deck eventually. There'll probably be a Jar Jar leader.
We gotta get a
Yeah.
boss nass leader someday.
It's going to be
No,
a
I'm so excited for Jar Jar Leader, guys.
battle.
I mean,
And if he doesn't keep on deploying over and over and over, then they failed as designers.
if it had the Force trait that could maybe confirm some of the Darth Jar Jar stuff, that would be cool. All right, let's get the next one. Oh, so what game are we playing? You know,
We're playing Pokemon.
Isn't this a fire type?
Pokemon Pocket? No, it's an ice type.
No, this is the Alolan Ninetales guy.
Yep. So other than looking like a Pokemon, what do you guys think?
Depends how good hidden is.
It's fine.
Well,
But
that's fine.
3/2 with a
Okay, yeah, in your
2/4
creature
seems real
deck.
bad.
I want to know though. So I know where this creature is from in Star Wars. Do any of you know where this is from?
How about the foggiest?
I'm the only one with a chance
I
out of us 3.
I get my son to tell me which island a Pokemon is from.
I'm not. I generally don't know. I'm not positive. I'd love to hear where it's from.
I appreciate the Gungan lingo in the chat going on. You know, but,
Nobody
Let's-
knows this thing, huh?
I think I recall it from our cartoon, but I'm not placing it.
Oh, General Spats knows in chat. It's from The
Last
Last Jedi. It's on the Salt Planet. Those little dog
What a
creatures.
legend.
Oh, that's what
What
it
a
is.
legend.
Yeah. So when I don't know something, you know, the closer to episode 9 it gets, the more likely I don't know it. All right.
Wait, hold on. While we're talking about
Okay,
creatures
yeah,
from
okay.
the bad movies, does everyone here know how porgs came to be?
I don't know, but I love giving.
Tell me about the porg reproductive
Tell me
process.
about the yes. How do porgs reproduce?
No, it's not reproduce. It's how they, like, so porgs were not intended to be in the movie, but where they filmed was a safe haven for penguins, and they were not allowed to move them out of any shot. So instead of removing them from the shots, they just made them porgs, and that's how porgs are created.
I did not know that, and that is an awesome story.
Yes, I
So-
did actually know that, but
All right,
it's a great tribute.
I am going to have a porg combo card that got revealed today. That is maybe the old sauce and thing. But first, we have in the shadows. It is a 2-cost plan. Give an experience token to each of 3 friendly units with hidden.
Interesting.
I don't hate this card.
Oh, you don't hate this card. What do you think?
No, I don't hate this card. Like, I feel like hidden matters being in draft here could be a thing. It's common, so like you're gonna see it, and most everybody else at the table isn't gonna want it. So you get a deck with enough hidden units and play a couple of these. That seems pretty good to me.
Yeah.
So that the Riva leader says she gives a unit, like play a unit, give it hidden.
Mhm.
It doesn't say give it hidden for this phase. So like if that's hidden forever, then
Maybe. And
does that work?
there's a card that was revealed today. We'll get to it there that gives all units of a certain trait hidden. So that's a thing. All right. Flight of the Inquisitor. You may return. So this is actually they made a card of the spinny lightsaber. I think is what this is.
That's incredible.
Yep. You may return a force unit and a lightsaber upgrade from your discard pile to your hand.
I mean, it's card draw, but it's like targeted card draw, but it's from your discard pile. I don't know.
It's got synergy with lightsaber throw, obviously.
Yeah, if you're doing like a lightsaber throw package, maybe.
I think it's for like the Kylo deck, right? But I mean, this is not a cool thing to play against Quinlan.
So if the red version of his card that we just said that was probably not going to see play doesn't see play, then this one's not going to see, right?
No,
But
but
the
this,
red one made you spend the force.
Yeah.
This doesn't.
yeah, but
Sure,
the red,
but I'm
the red
saying,
one
like,
was drawing
it's still
from your
two for
deck
two
too.
cards.
This is drawing Vader and Vader Saber from your discard pile. That's a different thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, targeted
I'm
draw
hesitant.
is better than just draw, I think.
In fact, I kind of don't hate it for Revan decks, right? Because the Revan Saber is actually pretty valuable if you're all jacked up on Sis. All right, let's keep going. Now, Consumed by the Dark Side Force. And by the way, there is a card that isn't it Ray that cares about a Force card that's not a unit? So a lot of these tags, I mean, we're in Villainy right now, but I think they matter for Ray Leader. This is Consumed by the Dark Side. Give 2 experience tokens to a unit and then deal 2 damage to it.
If you're doing like a Asajj Ventress grit deck, sure.
That's what I was.
I mean, even like Kira, right? So, if you flip Kira and play this, she then hits for 8. You could do worse.
Yeah, but I mean, I think if you're flipping Kira, she's usually there to take out a unit or a leader, so it's not going to really matter too much.
I was just using it as an example of a grit unit, right? But instead of hitting for 4, it literally doubles the attack because the 2 experience, and then it's the same health, essentially. I think it's grit synergy, is all it is. All right, the Sun. While the Force is with you, each friendly unit gets +2/+0. 7 cost 6.
I don't usually like big expensive cards that don't do anything when you play them, but it's pretty easy to have the Force be with you, in which case this guy's just an 8/8 and he buffs all your other guys too. Like, it's not the worst. As far as cards that don't do anything when you play him, he's still not too bad.
I know from playing Darth Tyrannus, you know, the 4/3 shielded ambush if the Force is with you. I mean, that's on a lot for something like a Talzin deck. So, I mean, if you can go wide and then get to 7, and you have the Force, I mean, it's either they got to kill this or they got to kill all the other things.
I mean, Vader Yellow could probably pop this in if you can get the Force somehow.
Yeah, I mean, and that's it, right? It's not each friendly Force unit or each friendly Sith unit or each friendly Ewok unit. It's each friendly unit, so that's good.
But even if that was going to be in that kind of, like, it would be like a 1 or a 2 of kind of like, oh, I need this like to finish the game this turn to mess with the math, kind of, you know.
Yeah, and 6/8 for 7 isn't bad. That's okay. It's a good. I mean, if you see that unlimited, that's a banger, right?
He's not a great card, but
right. But
somewhere
in draft, I mean, things tend to live longer if it gives everything you're bored. All right, I was really looking forward to what night cards got revealed, and we got some, but I mean, this is a 6 cost 7/6 Night Undead. Army of the Dead.
What game were you playing, dude?
What's that?
I've got a 6 cost of black 7/6 zombie here, dude.
He's okay.
What the heck?
He can go. I mean, apparently the zombies are super strong.
I was hoping for more out of the zombies.
Yeah, me too.
I like the zombies thematically, but from a gameplay standpoint, this isn't exciting me.
Yeah, and I wonder if there's like a Talzin card that's going to be in the next set. Because they've done that, right? The best capture card was in set 3, not set 2. And I feel like there was something like that between set 3 and 4. But, I mean, I was looking for something that synergized with DACA, right? That actually did like a when played, when defeated. Instead, we got a vanilla unit. It's a strong one, though. I like it better than the Savage Impress
like an
card.
incomplete archetype.
Well, so if you remember back before we got set 4, I did an interview with MJ back. They said that set 4, like basically like resets the game. Set 5 then resets it again, like it changes it again in a whole different way, and then set 6 gives everyone a little something. So I could see that like there definitely could be more night stuff in set 6 to really make that a good tribe potentially.
Right. No, I mean, DACA would still be able to essentially heal it, right? Because if she kills it and then replays it, it comes back with no damage on it. So I guess that's the synergy. It's just, you know, I was looking for when defeated attacks because like the 2/2 when defeated draw card is a really good card. I've learned.
Maybe in set 6 we'll get an old DACA leader who plays undead cards for cheaper or something. Who knows?
I was expecting like, you know, an army of zombies, you know, coming out. This is like one big unit that's the whole army, I guess. All right. HK-87 Assassin Droid. Imperial Droid. When defeated, do 2 damage to each ground unit. 4/4 for 5.
I don't think it's very good.
I don't like this card.
There's just not enough go wide ground decks right now.
Yeah.
This
We'll,
should cost 4.
We'll
This
stick
card
we'll
can
stick
for
that
it
in
to
the
be
annoying Twin Suns deck because it will hit every ground unit everywhere. All right. Sand Trooper Cavalry, 2/6 grit for 4.
So like this guy with the 2 damage +2/+2 is hitting for like what, 6?
Huh?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I like this guy. I mean, it's a 4
I'm not
cost,
against
2/6. I mean, Inquisitor
Yeah,
could
you're all right.
potentially use it. It's a trooper and an Imperial
And it's Imperial.
and a creature.
So like
Lightsaber?
Tarkin says hi.
Unit lightsaber.
And a creature.
You know, I was going through the commons and like draft card, and then I saw this. I actually kind of like this. I think it potentially can do some things.
This is definitely better than most of the other draft cards.
Right.
Yeah, with Inquisitor, this would be what, a ready 4/4?
Oh yeah, true.
And a troop.
Yeah.
Right. And you got Enoch now. Enoch's kind of cool. You
Also,
know,
is it just me, or is it like every set that's come out, it's been like, man, maybe this set will make Grand Inquisitor good. Like, is it just me, or does it feel like every?
Every set.
You know what? I mean, Grand Inquisitor in set 4 is not terrible. You can win. It's because now it's got Vader and item pilots on the 0 cost units. All right, Fallen Jedi, 3/4 Force Jedi.
Fine.
The
draft
Jedi
card.
shouldn't be surprised this guy turned evil because he looks pretty evil.
I mean, that's exactly right. Let's go back to the art. That's a great point. What's going on there? Anybody know that race? Anybody seen that
Even
guy
his eye-
before? He's a Cyclops.
His
He's a
eyebrow's a
Cyclops.
big V for villain. I should have known.
I don't
Signs are so
recall.
obvious.
I don't recall seeing anybody. It looks like he's on Tatooine, right? Based on the background.
Yeah,
I
Something
Probably.
like that, I don't
I
know.
presume he showed
Definitely
up
a stand.
somewhere. I feel like I'd remember a Cyclops.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this guy.
All right, if anybody can place that guy in a show, you know, DM me in the Discord. We'll send you a late night token. How about that?
Hold on. If you want to see it in constructed, General's Blade.
What?
If he wants to do villain,
Yeah, if you want General's
Villain
Blade in
General's
your villain deck.
there you go.
I'd rather put General's Blade on What's
Uh,
his-
well,
2/5.
what about the 1/4 Jedi Counselor with General's Blade? That is super annoying. It's good. All right, trust your instincts. Now we're to yellow cards. Use the force. If you do attack with a unit, it gets +2/+1 for this attack and deals its combat damage before the defender.
I dig it.
I like it a lot, actually.
Shoot first plus, but you use the force to get it. Yeah, it's fine.
No, I think this is a good. I think
Force trait.
this very well could
Yeah.
see play. I mean, it's a little better than shoot first, and you know the first strike ability is pretty rare. I mean, Han unit has it, shoot first has it. We haven't had that much since with that effect that I recall.
I feel like shoot first. What biggest problem was that it was only plus. So like
Right.
a lot of times you needed that like 2 to really get stuff you wanted to kill, and this
Right.
kind of fixes that.
And also just
Three.
plus it's a pump. It's a pump. It's a 1-cost pump. That's relevant, right? If you have the force tag a lot, yeah. I think this is a very good card. I like it.
Are we approaching actual like sideboard territory here?
Yeah, no, we're actually approaching cards. I think this could, like, in a Cal Kestis, like, I could see this card. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right?
Or Ray Yellow. The
Ray
new
Yellow?
Ray.
Right. No, I think this is good. I think this will see play. And potentially even in main decks. How about that?
How about that, dude?
That's the first
Yeah.
one we've talked about that is anywhere near that territory today. All right. Psychomat. Who knows how to say this? Psychometry? Psychometry? I don't know what that is.
Psychometry sounds good to me.
Choose another card in your discard pile. Search the top 5 cards of your deck for a card that shares a trait with the chosen card. Reveal it and draw it.
I mean, the 1 cost is nice here.
I also don't, you know, it's Mon Mothma, right? Mon Mothma does this for Rebel, but this could do it for any trait. But you don't get a unit.
Yeah, but it's not a body. The body's important.
Again, I feel like this is like a Ray Yellow card, right? It's like a really do nothing, any kind of force event that's cheap. It just kind of replaces itself with another card. It enables her to do the 1 damage. Otherwise, I don't know why you bother.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe somebody smarter than me will crack that.
It is force if that ever mattered.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it matters to Raid Leader now. All right. Force slow. It's the opposite of force speed. Give an exhausted unit -8/-0 for this phase. I have
Okay.
no idea what this is for.
Oh, you're a giant unit.
you're
It's
trying- you're
already
try-
attacked me.
Yeah, we're gonna kill your crate
It's
trader.
definitely draft removal.
It's to beat up a giant unit that's already attacked, I guess.
Because, like, listen, you have a giant unit, you're going first in the next round, right? What do you do with your giant unit? You swing with it, right?
I guess because units enter exhausted. Technically, like.
I mean, yeah, if somebody plays a new thing, then you can cast this, and then, you know, say you have a whole bunch of, say you play timely reinforcements, and they play, you know, a Devastator. You know, now
I
it's
think, I
I
actually
mean, like,
think
if they play a big
Force
sentinel,
Yep.
this can let you beat
Okay.
it up.
follow me. So if
Big Sentinel.
if you've got Wedge out, they play Devastator, then all you got to do is play timely reinforcements, and all of your TIE fighters kill it. There we go. I don't think that card's very good. Disturbance in the Force. If a friendly unit left play this phase, the Force is with you. And you may give a shield token to a unit.
I love this art here.
He does look like he's having a headache.
Yeah, this isn't bad. I mean, it's just a way to get the force, and you get a shield.
It's like I'm like the only person that's ever played Moment of Peace competitively, so I guess I'm in favor of this.
I mean, I
I put
like it
Moment
for
of Peace in
one.
my twin sons.
Yeah.
Definitely better than Moment of Peace.
He doesn't look. He's like he's having an anti-Moment of Peace in that art.
Yeah.
He just sensed Alderaan getting blown up. He's having a bad day.
We got love in all the wrong places. All right. We got Ascension Cable attached to a non-vehicle unit. Attached unit gains Saboteur. This is important because Kanan is a frickin' monster. Like the Kanan leader with shields every turn. That is the thing. So you're gonna have to have ways to give Saboteur, and this gives it to yellow.
I just hate it because it's +1, +3, and not +3, +1. too. I
Yeah.
hate like this one attack Savage. Feels kind of productive.
I don't think it will be in Premiere, but I mean, I could see playing this there because if you get specifically, I suppose Canyon's probably not very good at limited leader because you have to build around specters. But I do think that there's a lot of shields and saboteurs are going to be more valuable this set.
If you could attack with it after you equipped it, I'd definitely go for it. But without that, I just, yeah.
And there we got the goat himself. Symbiote's joined the party. Welcome, buddy.
I had to sneak in. Yeah, I got to build a TV stand all night.
So Symbiote is, dutifully working to build the TV stand that allowed him to come to Vegas. So we're all grateful.
That's right. Yeah, and it's done. It's assembled. So we're good to go. I'm locked in.
All right. Sorcerers of Ton, 6/6 shielded. Forge Fringe.
That's not a bad draft card.
Yeah, it bores me. I'm bored of it. I'm bored looking at it.
All right, we'll move on. So, anything else to say about the Sorcerers of Ton Outmaneuver guys?
They love giving every color a big fat 6-drop in draft. So
Yeah, but
they're
I'll
jealous.
tell you what, I do like the shield over a lot of the other things.
No, for sure, the shield is a lot more relevant.
That's a pretty decent card for limited. Lifelwind Sage, Force, 3/5.
I like it, but I don't know if I like it like 4 cost like it. It's like I think it's like 3.5. It feels like a 3.5 card.
I think it's fine. in
4
draft.
feels too expensive. 3 feels too cheap.
Before anybody else says that, I'll say it'll help Inquisitor Yellow. All right, go.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Lifelwind
Fine draft
Sage.
card.
Where's this from, Robert? Do you know?
Hmm.
It looks familiar for sure.
The Jedi Fallen Order games.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep, I think that is. That's Calcasta stuff.
He's
I
one
like
of the
Weird Jedi.
Zepho, I think they're called, like the ancient race. You find their temples in that game.
Right. Yeah, they're all dead by then.
Except for this guy, I guess.
Except for this one. This was alive and can get raid too. Charging Falak. This is also from the second game? Is that those guys that you have to go around that hit you with their head?
I think
Might
you're
be.
right.
I think you're right, yeah. So I do love those games, and I'm really jazzed about some of that stuff here. This is an ambush hidden 3/4.
Interesting
It
to
was 4/4. I'd love it.
like if it survives off of it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm drafting yellow, I'm potentially prioritizing these cards. Things with ambush are good.
Oh yeah, all these things are great for draft. It's just, am I gonna ever put them in a deck?
No, it's just not.
Well,
great at
not
all.
all of them are good. Great. You weren't here as we got through the grays and the blacks, but
Oh, okay.
but yeah, no, I
I
think
missed
this,
them all. I missed all the good stuff.
yeah, I mean, you just come when the bangers come. There are some actually
Mhm.
really good cards that were released today. We're getting there.
Maybe Cannon can play that. If you charge and kill something, but you live, and then Cannon can give it a shield.
Yeah.
It's got life
Oh, yeah, yeah.
If
that's
you're running
that's
Canyon
the-
with yellow, it
yeah.
can play that. What specters does yellow give you? I'm running Canyon with red, which is
Ooh.
really good because of force.
Okay,
You get Ezra.
I
for
like this
yellow.
guy.
Ooh, Tuscan.
I like this guy a lot. He's good.
I
He's
think
good.
this is our first Tuscan
use him.
Raider.
Tuscan. It is a Tuscan trade. I don't recall a Tuscan trade before.
Yeah, somehow I don't think we had any Tuscan Raiders until now.
Yeah.
Oh, we had one.
Yeah, I mean, he's not bad either. He's a 2/4/3.
Yeah, he seems. I would put him in a deck. Yeah,
hidden
he
hit.
seems good.
The Tuscan Raiders are in Velvet Dragon art.
No, but they mean like on trait.
Yeah, like a character.
He should have an ability that like death touches a Great Dragon. All right, let's move on. But I like that there's Tuscans now. That's
Yeah.
cool. This is a very
Oh,
mysterious
it's
card.
terrible.
This is
Card's terrible.
I might actually push back on that. But what do you think?
It has the force trait, which is interesting.
It can
Yeah,
turn
if
on.
you're playing the new bases where you need to attack with the force unit to gain the force,
get the
like,
force,
just let you do
yeah.
it turn 1.
Yeah. I could see
Sure.
it. I could see it played.
If you got a leader with a cool ability, you need to spend the force. You can
Mhm.
do it
So
on turn 1.
if you're playing Quinlan, they play Luke Skywalker pilot, the 3-2, or any of the 3-2s. There's a bunch of them in this set. This kills it and lives. I don't know. But an ambushing,
I don't think
yeah, like there's a lot of, and the other thing is this is neutral, right? Because there's a lot of force ambush in Hero Yellow. I don't think there's a lot of force ambush in Villain Yellow, but
You know what it's for? You put it in your Boba 2 deck, so it can be a 2/4 when it ambushes, and you could take out like a 3/2 and still live
yeah, there you
and
go.
get the force.
See, now we're
wait,
clicking
wait.
there.
I'm gonna do one more. What if you're playing Quinlan and Boba 2 and Twin Sun?
Oh, there it
Oh
is.
man,
There
we're
it is.
going.
That's it. We broke the card.
We cracked
Perfect.
it. I mean,
Mhm.
Nailed it.
get the serials of this right now.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
That's right.
All right. I don't hate
This is
that
why
card.
you
I also
stay
don't
up
hate
late
this
for
card.
late night gaming.
Lothcat,
Mhm.
2/1. When played, when defeated, you may exhaust a ground unit.
I mean, I love that it's a Lothcat because it's adorable.
Cutest card in the game.
Yep.
It
Hands
is. When I make my all creature deck, now that I can do that this set because there's so many creatures, I'll probably put it in that. Will I put in anything else? It's close.
Thrawn says hi.
Mm.
Exhaust 2 Garnets.
I get you Thrawn yellow. Okay, it's even Thrawn yellow.
I mean, I don't like that it's limited to ground unit, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, Leia from set 1 sees a lot of play as a 2 attack when played exhaust a unit. And she's
Yeah,
used
if
And
it
this is when
wasn't-
played when defeated.
more, and it's also does it when you die, right? So
Mhm.
on the gun, you can attack this into something, and say they have a Kylo unit or a Kylo leader that's hitting for 20 because of all the upgrades on him. Can run into it and exhaust it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not terrible,
I don't hate it.
and it's adorable. I'm with you.
It is adorable.
See, I knew you'd like that card too, Sim. This is an interesting one.
This is the number one card in the set. That's hands down, period. No card is better than this that's ever been printed in the whole game.
Oh, buy him now. Get the prestige.
Mhm.
All right, Babu Frick.
Get the prestige, Babu Fricks.
Yep.
That's going to be all the money.
Underworld. You may attack with a friendly droid unit. For this attack, it deals damage equal to its remaining HP instead of its power. What is this card for, though? I spent time thinking about it. I couldn't figure
It's
it
for
out.
me to buy out TCG player of all the copies. That's what it's for.
Turn 1,
that's
you play
it.
this, and you play R2, and then turn 2,
Mhm.
R2 attacks for 4.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Easy.
There you go, easy.
Easy game.
That card would have been really good if Satine was a droid.
What other droids have? I mean, Hero.
Well, I mean, R2-3PO.
Yeah, Hero has a lot of 1/4 droids. It has R2. It has BB-8.
Yeah.
But there's
BB-8, yeah.
there's BT coming. We'll get to him in a bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's also 1 cost.
Yeah.
But he's at 3 health, I think.
All right.
I mean, so
Maybe
the
that goes in
Pride
like the
Droid
new Sabine
Suppressor,
Yellow and you throw droids. Yeah.
The exploit 2 is 4/7. 7's pretty big.
Oh yeah. You can have some of those big droids. You're right.
It's also
All
yellow.
right. Here we go.
Mhm.
Force speed. Attack with unit. For this attack, it gains on attack. Return any number of non-unique upgrades attached to the defender to their zone or hands.
0 out of 10.
What? Huh?
This is not nearly as good as Force Speed from Destiny.
It is.
Yeah.
Just use waylay. Just waylay. just waylay something.
Or bamboozle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
come
so
on.
many other better cards in this.
If you're playing yellow, that's just bounce it.
And
Like,
it's
what a
also
waste
double
of-
yellow.
of-
Mhm.
Well, they're
I think
What a waste of the word or the name Force Speed, dude. It had such a
Yeah.
legacy to live up to
Right.
from Destiny.
right.
Mhm.
And this is what we get. This is even double yellow, bruh.
Mhm.
It's not even
It
fair.
hurts.
the unit already has to be
It's
out.
slow.
I mean, if it said
Dig-
play an attack with a unit,
Yeah,
I
yeah, that's
still
what
don't think it
Carlos
would be
said.
good.
Mhm.
But I mean, at least it'd be fast.
Okay. It's used to defeat a thing with Chewbacca on it. Like the ship has a Chewbacca on it. Oh, it's non-unique. Never mind, it's non-unique. That's why. That's
Good
why
job.
You're
I haven't
close.
used-
Yeah.
I mean,
Nice try.
Mhm.
so there's
It's
that.
just
we,
it's
we
bad.
still love you though.
Yeah, I mean, it can get something with like 8 experience on it, which is something that happens now that Revan's a thing, especially with that one tentacle monster. But I still don't think it ever really sees play.
No, it's
You can't even really use it
No.
in limited because it's double yellow.
I feel like
It's-
thematically that should have been like timely intervention plus, like spend the force, play a unit, attack with it,
yes,
it's +1 attack.
yes.
something like
Now
that.
you're talking.
All right, but hold on. We came to a card here. Zuckus.
All right. Mhm.
Force Bounty Hunter 4/7 on attack. Name a card, then
Yeah.
discard the top card of the
Mhm.
defending player's deck. If a card with that name is discarded, this unit
Yeah.
gets 4+0 for this attack.
Yeah, this is my new actually I wasn't gonna announce it yet, but it's gonna be my world's deck. It's Thrawn yellow, like Thrawn 1 yellow. That's with Zuckus. That's the dream.
Oh, okay,
Wait,
okay. So,
oh,
so
why is
four
it
loam
force?
costs 4. 4 loam costs 4, and it gives Zuckus ambush.
Yeah,
So
right.
you play 4 loam on 4, and then this on
And then
5.
Zuckus on 5, and you already know what's on top because you're playing Thrawn. The perfect deck.
Are we looking at another dollar legendary question mark?
$1 being generous.
Like actually, like just real talk
Wow.
here for a second. How many legendaries this set are gonna be $1? Because it seems
Wait,
like
hold on.
they're
This guy's legendary?
overwhelming.
Oh, never mind. Oh God.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was like, okay,
Thought
Forest
it was
fine.
like an
I looked at the
uncommon,
bottom,
maybe.
it's
This is no.
legendary.
Mhm.
Why is
Mm.
it legendary,
This
dude?
is
Wait,
the
okay.
Palpatine of this set, the double yellow Palpatine.
I was actually
To
just
be
going
fair,
to say
to be
that.
fair.
You know, it's the chance. Maybe somebody will make a deck that has this and Chancellor Palpatine. You know, and then
Mm,
To be
you could.
fair,
Yeah.
how many double yellow how often do we complain that double yellow is too strong? This is them saying, all right, we'll make a non-good
Well,
double yellow ledge.
If they just remove cunning, every other double yellow card's fine. It's just cunning.
True.
so I did not know Zuckus was force sensitive. That's what I learned
Yeah, what
from reading that
Wait,
card.
Bobber, what is going on with that?
Yeah, he uses the force to track stuff.
Oh.
All right. Premonition of Doom. The next time you
Ooh.
take the initiative this phase, exhaust all units. So if you don't want to do anything on your turn, you can play this and claim.
Well, against like a white deck, like Vader, Space Vader. This would be great. You could do,
Are you-
attack twice.
Aren't you
Play the card.
aren't you by definition getting farther behind if you play this and claim? I don't get it.
Well, no, like say if Vader has like 10 units out and you have 2, you could attack with your 2,
Yeah.
play that and claim, and then he gets like 3 attacks total.
Or you
But what
could
you're
just-
saying
or
is
you
that-
could spend
nothing?
2 for
I'd
clear
be
the
proud of
field
that.
and get rid of all of the units at once.
Nah. No one plays that card.
Yeah,
no one
'cause-
plays clear the field. Why would you?
Vader's gonna have
This
This
is in
is where
contention
I'm
for
gonna
the
fighters.
worst
be
cards in the
most of,
game.
unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't get it. We're getting down.
Honestly, what you do is you
Oh.
play it as your first action, and then you make your opponent think you're going to claim every action they
Right.
take, and allows you to think really hard. It exhausts them mentally. That's the strategy.
And Twin Sons. Twin Sons.
However, this is probably the strongest or second strongest card I saw today.
Yeah.
Because
This is
it's-
actually
it's a
the
3/2 2-drop. This is so good for Quinlan. I was in the
Mhm.
thread on KTOD, and I was complaining about A-wings and the blue leaders. I'm like, I would play a 3/2 space unit, in a second over A-wing, and then literally this was spoiled 30 minutes later. So everybody,
This is either good for
So-
Quinlan, good for CB and Yellow.
I think this is good. I think this will be played. I mean, it's
Mhm.
common.
It'll go in a lot of decks. Yeah.
Kylo's tie sees a lot of play. Is a legendary.
Mhm. Yeah. Han will like it. Pilot Han,
Luke,
any Han. Yeah, it's great.
It's a great
Luke
card.
loves it.
like Luke Yellow would
Good,
like
good
this.
card.
Poe would like this.
Mhm. Oh yeah, you could put Anakin
That's my Palpatine.
pilot on there. That'd be funny. He could, because it's thematic,
Right.
highly thematic.
Let's try spinning.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was really
This is-
happy to see
It'll
this
be fun again.
because that probably bumps A-wing out of Quinlan, honestly, and I think it plays in a meta deck. All right. Our boy BD1.
Yeah. What does he do?
1 cost, hidden. When played, choose another friendly unit. While this unit is in play, the chosen unit gets +1/+0 and gains Saboteur.
This is the Babu Frick combo right there. Boom.
Boom.
You just lock those two guys together, staple
Oh.
them to each other.
Yeah, and
And,
Babu Frick's hitting for more with Saboteur, too.
Exactly.
But I think
It's
Babu
perfect.
Frick has to exhaust, too.
He does have to
Yes.
exhaust, but if anybody attacks into him, because they will identify him as the highest threat, so they will want to attack into him. This way, he hits back harder. You gotta think about that.
BD1 thoughts? Let's hear from the Outmaneuver guys. We've been talking too much.
I feel like it's kind of like break-in. Just break-in. But like a more permanent one. Like it's a 2-turn break-in, I guess.
Mhm.
Man, we're picking up steam in
I guess
everybody. Arrow Ing says we got like twice as many people watching 20 minutes ago. We're doing great stuff here, guys. I like this. This is helpful for me too, just learning all the new cards. But Arrow Ing says my favorite Starfighter in Star Wars is the Naboo fighter. Yeah, it does look cool. So there. I mean, BD1. Is there any synergy with Cal? I was expecting it to be strong synergy, but I don't know. I mean, I guess you could play it the turn he comes out.
What does Cal do again? I
Cal
don't know.
exhaust things.
He's a 3/4.
He exhausts things. Okay.
Cal's just a pretty basic aggro leader. Like
Yeah.
he exhausts enemy units so that you can keep
Oh,
swinging.
he's the
Yeah.
the forward deploy that exhausts, right?
Right. So
Yeah.
he comes out
Right,
soon,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he's got Django energy is what he's got because he exhausts, but he's still
Yeah,
aggressive.
I was. Yeah,
I
wasn't sold on him.
I'm a little sad. I wish this had like Cal name synergy. Like if the unit you choose is Cal Kestis, it's +1/+3, or something that really
That'd be
helped
cool.
him. You know,
Mhm.
I don't
That
know
would be
about
cool.
this guy. I mean, he's Saboteur ad for Hero Yellow is what he is, because
Cool.
that might be important and constructive.
I feel that way about a
That's a
lot of
good
the
point.
synergy cards this set. Like Kylo's lightsaber doesn't do anything special on Kylo, right? Like I wish those cards did stuff like that.
Yeah.
What Arrow said to use him with Bright Hope is like a draw loop. That's fun.
Ooh, yeah, that is actually kind of hot.
Mhm.
And it is +1 permanently, so that
Yeah.
means Bright would have a 3 attack.
Yeah, no, I think he's good. I mean, he gives Saboteur for one, right, in a kind of permanent way, and then you have to deal with the droid to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And
And hidden protects him for like a turn. So yeah, I like it.
and I'm being a little bit, repeating stuff, but I mean, the Saboteur is a thing. Shields are a problem.
Mhm.
I played against DJ Claro on Kanan Double Blue. I mean, if you don't have Saboteur, you can't get through it. That is how that works.
Mhm.
All right, Corrupted Saber. 2 cost villainy yellow. Attached to a non-vehicle unit, so it can go on a Purgo, which is good. If the attached unit is a force unit, it gains on attack. The defender gets -2/-0 for its attack.
Fine.
Yeah,
Good for
that's
draft.
I think it's a draft
Yeah, it's
saber,
fine.
right? It's kind of got Jin
It's
energy.
fine.
What about Anakin? New Anakin leader.
Oh no,
Yeah, it is something he could play.
It's a non-unit.
right?
Yeah, I feel like there's probably better ones you can use.
Yeah, I
You
was
break
having.
it, dude?
I gotta
I
get.
don't think it's bad.
Yep. So I.
No, it's not bad.
Would you?
Yeah, and I was actually told he could play pilots too, which was interesting. But it was by judges, so I think they probably were talking about that and decided it could. So that's cool.
Hmm.
Let's get to the next card. Sorry, my DB crashed for a second. I'm sure Parker's had a tough day, working hard to get all this done for us. Thanks to them, and check out the Force
That
Unlimited
is the
people.
only cunning villainy.
What's this? Yes, this is a banking clad shuttle, 3/3 hidden space unit, separatist vehicle transport.
It's fine.
I like the separatist keyword,
Is
and
that
I
good
like
boy?
that it's banking clan because that's just fun.
Yeah, it's got transport for Rio. Rio's coming back.
I like your
but
trait, not keyword. Yeah,
I've
whatever.
got 2
Saying.
Rio showcases. I got to break the deck.
It is a cheap
so I can
transport.
sell them. All right.
The heck is that thing? It's horrifying. I don't like the picture.
I think it's actually kind of good though. Deceptive Shade.
It scares me.
It's a Sith undead. I do not know what this thing is from either. Do you know what this thing is? It looks.
Bro, like,
Anybody?
I'm getting strong Magic the Gathering vibes here with these cards.
It's a Sith
Mhm.
zombie. I mean, regular Sith are bad enough. But I mean, I think that the fact that it's a Sith is probably the sell. It's a 2/3, and when defeated, it gives an ambush. So you can run it into something and make something that's not supposed to ambush. Maybe you're turning on Vader. I don't know.
It's okay.
I like this card, especially like it helps against like Power of the Dark Side stuff
Right.
too. Like,
Can we combo with a Crate Dragon and give a Crate Dragon ambush?
Sure,
You certainly can.
you absolutely
Okay,
can
good.
make it the
That's,
great
and
trade.
that's what it's for.
You
That
can-
is
you
why it
That's the thing
exists.
you do.
You can also give Bendu ambush and do 3 damage to everything, which is fun. All right,
Yeah.
Adept of Anger. A Force Fringe 1/3. Use the Force to exhaust a unit. So he's so angry, he makes them tired and tapped. How is the Adept of Anger a yellow card and not a red card?
It's worse Grogu.
because it exhausts things. So the rule, I mean, if you need ways to use the Force in draft, I guess, question mark, you need a cheap Force unit, question mark, I don't know.
I don't think that it's unplayable and limited.
Yeah.
It's just really kind of a weird name. All right, let's keep going. We don't want to be here all night.
We don't? I thought, hold on.
you
I'm-
you got
I'm
another
sure you're
like 8
welcome.
hours till you go to bed, bud. All right, but we do need the Akbar Masterclass art sometime down before Sunday, so we'll have to get.
Yeah, I'll get that done tomorrow.
All right, Sasi Tun. Tin? I don't know how to pronounce the name, but this is a good card. I think.
Oh, yeah.
So 4/6 for 5. When played, if you have initiative, deal 1 damage to each of 3 units. I'll just speak first because I think this is actually potentially playable in Quinlan too.
It's perfect for Django.
So it is perfect for Django, but just because of the way that deck lines up, you usually will have initiative going into 5. Like pinging 3 things is kind of what you do anyway, and it's a 4/6 neutral. So if we wind up playing Constructed Lightsaber, which I don't know for sure, but I think might be the case that you want that lightsaber in that deck, all of a sudden you play that on this guy as a 6/9 Sentinel, and that's a thing for blocking. So I'm interested in this guy. I'm going to test him.
Yeah, I like the whole initiative matters gimmick that Aggression has going on sometimes. I hope they expand on that and someday. Like, there should be an event that takes the initiative or something. Because Destiny kind of did some of that, and I like that arc.
Yeah.
More thoughts? Anybody know anything about this character?
He was
mean,
very courageous.
It looks like he's
one of the Jedi
fighting
guys.
on Geonosis, right?
Yeah, he was in the Geonosis battle. He's one of the Jedi in that fight.
Right. He's a courageous warrior. But unfortunately, because I think the Quinlan unit's really good.
That guy.
I do not like the Asajj unit in Quinlan. I like it in ECL decks. But this guy's kind of good as another neutral. A neutral also matters for Kylo Ren unit, which I can see getting more play. All right. Blockade Runner, 5 cost, 5/4, Rebel Vehicle Capital Ship, Saboteur, and when this unit deals combat damage to a base, you may give an experience token to this unit.
I don't like it.
Me either, really.
It is a 5-cost capital ship.
Ooh.
So
Yeah?
yeah, so it's fine for draft. I don't think we'll see any construct. I mean, because you have like the Senatorial Corvette, which just seems better.
Just planetary bombardment off it, I guess.
Right.
Have
There's
a good
that.
time.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Piet Red would play
yeah,
that.
well, actually,
Yeah.
that's a good
I
point.
think
This is
Piet
what I
and
think.
then-
So thinking it back, for Piet, it's not terrible, right? Because there's not a lot of 5-cost capital ship.
I think it's good for 5 cost.
No, I
I
think
wish-
actually as well, what I love about them is if when you have Piet deployed and you have 6 resources, you could play 2 of them.
Now there are 2 of them.
I don't know.
That's a good point.
All right,
This
so
only costs 3.
Piet Red, folks. Maybe it's not
More
good for
great
trash.
art in space.
It has Saboteur. That's always good. It's not heroic. I think that's actually like I don't see this being better than Senatorial, but I mean,
Yeah.
Villain doesn't have 5-cost capital ships much.
I just think we need like it. Why is it a CR90? It should be something else. We have plenty of CR90s already. Give me some different spaceships.
Sorry, as well, there is not a lot of Saboteur space units. I mean, it's not a ton of Sentinel space units, but there's not a lot of Saboteur space units. So that's maybe potentially relevant.
Well, certainly on
Yeah.
Villain's side, there's not. I think Hero actually has quite a few, but Villains don't. I mean, what is Saboteur that's a villainy unit? Not much in space.
What's the leader? Rio.
Yeah, Rio gives Saboteur.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
But the best use of Rio is going on the tank on the ground. That's how you win every limited match in Set 4. You put Rio in the 5-3 tank on the ground and you win. That's what's going to happen. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Next card. 3 cost. Jedi in hiding. Force Jedi hidden. When defeated, you may use the Force. If you do, each opponent discards a card from their hand.
Yeah, he's playable.
Also not
Twin
heroic.
Suns.
Meh.
Yeah.
It says each opponent. Twin Sun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my card went away here. Let me find it again.
So, Loopy's deck.
Yeah, no, that it is an annoying. Oh, and it's each opponent. Yep. That's going in team suspended.
Twin Suns.
It's a boat. I actually have it right here. Hold on, I get it. It is on because I have my video on the side. I have one side. It's Django. I have a showcase. I need a Boba showcase, but that's the other leader. And it plays every suspended card and every super annoying card. So I get ganked.
So
up
what
on.
happens if they? What are you gonna do if they spend like a blue heroism card?
Oh well, I mean, first off, they would have to make blue heroism like good.
I was gonna say.
I mean, so I mean, and because I'm going up because everybody's on like the ban force throw train, and I mean, I get that it's super strong in Quinlan, but people think that force throws is good in every deck as it is there, and if you don't have like the 9 other cards that you discard, it's not as good. But I mean, we actually brought up, well, Luke plays in every blue hero deck. Should we ban him? Let's get overwhelming barrage and resupply. I mean, I think some cards are intended to be good, and it wasn't triple dark raid.
They have to be. Point, right? Like,
Right.
not gonna be good when you get these legendaries.
But I mean, if you suspend a colors, because I don't think people would be playing much red right now, with force without force throw. I mean, that's the reason you do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Hyena Bomber, Separatist Void. It's got a lot of traits. Separatist Droid, Vehicle, and Fighter. If you control another red unit, you may deal 2 damage to a ground unit for 3.
Fine.
Yeah.
I wish it was 2 cost.
Yeah.
If it was 2 costs, I might use it.
So-
Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. What's that dagger? The first order card, like Sith Dagger or TIE Dagger. That card is actually surprisingly seen play in like good decks.
Mhm.
This is a little like that. I don't like that you have to control another
Similar,
red unit. Maybe Luke
I wish it
plays
was an only ground unit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, if it was just 2 damage to any unit, that's better. I think Dagger is damage unit,
Mhm.
which is an easier thing to turn on for some decks. All right, we'll pound through kind of the next cards here. Cartel Interceptor, 3 cost, 2/3 with Raid 2.
So Underworlds maybe like plays it.
I think Cad Bane might consider this.
Cat Darkentown, toss it in there.
Kind of like only deck.
Cat's already got so many good options. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's Underworld. It's got that going for it. All right. So now I'm going to have to go to the second page all the time. DRK1 Pro Droid. 2/3.
Ooh.
When played, you may defeat a non-unique upgrade. I think this is an important card for draft. This is probably a draft priority, given all the upgrades in the set.
Definitely an
Good
important.
job card.
I like this card, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Defeats
it's
lightsabers.
2 cost upgrade hit.
Sure.
Defeats experience. Defeats shields. Doesn't
Mhm.
defeat most pilots. Defeats some.
Would it help, Loopy, if you just made it six, increase the number of cards on the page to 200?
That doesn't help with how I'm doing it. But
Okay.
just ignore the changing. It's not that bad. I just had to get used to flipping to a new tab, right? I started looking on the old tab because we just went through 60. We just went through 60 cards on one page, is what we did. So now we're on page 2. Paz Vizsla. Double red, 5, 3, 6. This unit gets +2/+0 for each damage on him.
Mega grit.
I will
This
go
is great
ahead
with
and just say that Double Red Inquisitor loves this. Okay, let's continue.
And this is good with the heavy laser cannon we saw earlier.
Yep.
He could deal himself, and now all of a sudden he's 5, 7, 9 attack. I'm sorry, 11 attack.
Did that trigger
Yeah,
on
it'd be
attack?
11-5, I think, after that.
I think this card might be low-key good. I mean, like,
Can we give it grit as well? What can we use to give him grit? And really just break it.
no,
say
our
Han Solo
spoiler.
also
Did we
good.
have a
Han
spoiler
Solo,
that essentially gave grit? I think it was blue though.
Because if we can give him grit, those two will stack, and that will go crazy.
That would go nuts.
Han 2, you can play him for 4 resources, and he has 2 damage on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Han 2
Before.
Red's already a deck. This is good for that too. Absolutely.
It'd be
I-
great for
I think this
okay.
card is good. I think this actually is a
I like
very.
it.
I wish that the double red decks I've tried before has had this guy.
Mhm.
Can Bo-Katan damage her own units? Anybody know that? Because
Yeah, I
think
Bo-Katan
so.
Red's a deck. I think she can do that,
Yeah,
right?
I think it says damage a unit.
So she could ping him to make him stronger. He's Mandalorian. Yeah, I kind of like this guy.
Oh yeah, hey guys, I'm here. I'm just chiming in.
Oh,
Just got here.
so you
Heard you talk about
Hello.
Bo-Katan Red.
Bo-Katan
so you
Red
summoned
and
me.
Pom dropped his career change, to come talk about Bo-Katan Red. Let's go.
I just recorded while you guys were streaming. I recorded another off meta video with Vika on his Tarkin Yellow, so that'll be dropping tomorrow.
Nice. What do you
Just
think?
wanted to
What do you think of this
let
Paz
everybody know.
Vizsla spoiler? Since you got there, can you see the stream? I should be sharing.
Well, yeah, I do. Yeah, I heard you guys talking about it with the Han 2. Makes sense there. The Bo-Katan always likes more Mandalorian, so we'll see. I'm sure it slots right in there in that deck. That's my pride and joy over there. Secret project.
So
If we can give him
Thanks for
grit
the
and put 5 damage on him.
guys for coming in.
yep,
Appreciate you
Thanks
guys.
to you. Your timing is impeccable. I don't know how you planned that. That you appeared magically right when the Bo-Katan Red card potentially is, but good to see you, and we'll look forward to the other. I liked the video with Solo. I listened to the whole thing.
Yeah, the Viking one was just super duper good, and you guys definitely got to check that out tomorrow. Everybody that's tuning in here, definitely take a peek at that.
All right. Anything else on Paz Outmanuever, guys? We all kind of started gushing.
I want to hit for 18 with him. I'm excited. I want to give him grit. I want to get 5 damage on him. I'm going to hit for 18.
But there's a lot of
Bravado.
upgrades. There's a lot of
Bravado.
there's a lot of upgrades that give like +3/+3. I mean, you can just put a falling lightsaber on this guy, right? And then all of a sudden he can take
Yeah.
a lot more damage.
Oh, and then we can actually, yeah, we can just make him swing for 30.
I had
And there's
so I actually had Kanan Leader swinging for 25 in one game
oh,
because he can get grit if the Phantom is docked.
now we're talking.
That is what happened. All right, I gotta remind.
Oh,
Let's go. All right, focus determines reality. Friendly force unit gets raid 1 and saboteur for the phase. Thoughts?
I mean, it's if someone's game plan to like stop you is fine. I think at best, sideboard.
Yeah,
I like the picture.
I think
Picture's
it's
cool.
I think it's relatively good saboteur tech for a force deck, is what it is.
be played.
Night Saber. 2 cost, 3/2 Saber.
mean- Purple saber, right?
No, you'd have.
Or
Well,
Jedi.
That's good or Jedi.
no, but you could do that because you could use that Force Jedi Trail card that we'll see. I mean, so it could happen.
Right.
Yep, let's go. But 3/2 for 2 isn't terrible.
This seems okay.
Yeah.
That can go in a
I
red
don't
cannon.
hate-
Oh, now we got Solo too. I mean, if we go late enough, everybody comes out. Holy cow, it's getting late, you guys. I didn't not realize the time.
Oh yeah. I'm dipping like 10 minutes. So
All right. We're going
I'm about to dip
speed
here myself.
the F up is what we're going to do. All right, Cindralis.
What do we have left?
I don't know, but you and me got this.
50% legendary.
The rest of them can drop dead. We got this. All right, Cindralig. Force Jedi Republic 5/6. When played, you can play a lightsaber upgrade from your hand for free on this unit if you do Redium. It's legendary.
Very bad legendary.
Yep.
Is this another
Dollar
dollar
legendary?
legendary?
Probably.
No,
8 is a
6
lot. 8 is a lot.
Buck
Now,
25.
but if you have a lightsaber in your hand, I mean, conceivably it could do a huge thing. But, I mean, still, even with the Jedi saber, what, he's at 8? 8, 9? I mean, that's...
The problem with stuff like this is that it's so easy to answer these big units. You're going to do all this work, give up all this card equity, and then just get one shot by, like, No Glory or Power of the Dark Side or something.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, they would need to have a saber that's kind of like Chewbacca.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that
right.
could
Right.
be. I mean, if that happens, that you have something that can protect him from removal, then all of a sudden I
Mhm.
think you're in business, because that is exactly
Oh,
the
yeah.
problem. Solo is he'll get felled a lot if you do that, and he exhausts a lot of resources.
Fell.
And then they got,
Yeah.
and then Kira has 6 more resources to play a bunch of stuff while you claim. This card is
Yeah.
interesting though, and I think this card I like.
Yo.
So Rey, 5 cost, 5/5. When you draw a card during the action phase, if you control a red leader or base, you may reveal this card from your hand. If you do, deal 2 damage to a unit and 2 damage to a base.
People are going crazy over this card.
Yeah, so it's action phase. That means that it's not when you draw your cards for the turn. You have to have like a Cassian,
Correct.
or you're drawing cards from something else. But
Or you draw cards off of do or do not.
there you go.
Eh?
There you go. It's the 30th card in
What is
your
that
I
deck.
like the idea of this card.
I like
I
that
don't think this card by itself is going to make you want to play a bunch of card draw, but
No.
if we got more effects like this, you can make an archetype out of it.
I have the Cassian Colossus deck that breaks breaks digital. I don't even know what I said, but it breaks lots of games if you draw too many cards. So it's something that can be done. And
The issue I have with this card
Mhm.
is that in real life, people will forget they have this card in their deck, and they'll just like draw the card, put it in their hand, and they're like, "Oh wait, I drew this Ray."
Yep.
Because it happened in Magic, because Magic had was called Miracles, and basically if you drew it off the top of your deck, it would cost a lot less than what the actual card cost.
Mhm.
And people would all the time like the rule was once you put it in your hand, it didn't matter that you couldn't Miracle anymore. So like I imagine they're gonna have to do the same kind of ruling with this. Like
the judges are talking about that too. I mean, it's going to be the right way to do it is only draw this card and then show it before it touches anywhere near your hand, right?
basically if you're playing this card in your deck, you're gonna want to just basically scry.
Yeah.
Drawing card, like just scry one. Oh, okay, put it in my hand. Scry one. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, this could be a reason to finally play Black One. I mean,
Ooh, there you
On
go,
Black
buddy.
One?
That's a good take from set 1, Black One. No, not only that, I'm interested in this for my Han Resistance deck. I mean, the force, she has the resistance trait, so Snap can draw her. In fact,
hold on.
Snap can draw her. This is what I was going to say. Snap can draw her, and then you get the thing. So she has Snap Wexley synergy. I'm interested in this card. This is one of my. I don't know if it's good or not, but I think it's one of the more interesting cards revealed today.
Now she does have the Palpatine dagger from Rise of the Skywalker in her other hand, and that was bugging me because that's just.
All right, we're gonna keep jamming, but this card's another banger. 2 cost, battle for 8, attached unit gains on attack, discard a card from your hand. So Kylo,
Yeah,
like set
Kylo loves
2
it.
Kylo loves
Turbo
this card.
aggro loves this
You can
for sure.
play 2 of these, and he's hitting for 11
Oh,
on deployment.
gross.
So
But does Kylo really need this?
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
this is an extremely good card for that leader. Also, I think it would be hilarious to play a Porg and put this on there. So then you have a Battle Fury Porg. Somebody said that in our chat, and that. I like the cut of your jib. Whoever said that in Discord. All right, we're gonna keep jamming. We are getting close to the end of the card. cards today. Heavy Guinness
Bad.
Separatist Droid Vehicle Transport. Trait Soup, 4/3. 4 cost. It is a space unit, though it doesn't look like one. Deal 2 damage to a ground unit.
Bad.
Bad.
I think it's actually fine with Boba Fett, the red one.
Uh-huh.
Because it doesn't
I like it.
trigger him.
Mhm.
I'm not saying it's gonna be like insane, but it could be interesting.
Yeah,
It's a
particularly,
draft
I
card.
like it.
particularly if it's like that Boba 4 red is not bad, right? So
Right.
and
Mhm.
then you lose a bunch of the cards in yellow, so you have to have more. I think this guy
And I
can
mean-
play.
The deck in your hand also is that card
All right,
decently well.
this is another very interesting card. Inquisitor, 3/4, hit in raid 1. Each other friendly Inquisitor unit gains hidden. So that's what I was talking about before.
Yeah.
I like the art. I bet the prestige is going to be cool.
Yeah.
It's obviously good in
This is-
Inquisitor decks because he
Mhm.
hits for 4 on 3.
Probably better than most other legendaries we've seen so far.
I was
So,
gonna say, is this finally not the dollar
This
legendary?
might be a,
Question mark?
this might be a $2 legendary exclamation point.
I was thinking 5,
Bro.
honestly.
So what's going to be the most expensive legendary set, and why is it Darth
Anakin
Vader?
Skywalker.
Oh, Anakin Skywalker. Oh, it's going to be Anakin,
Yeah.
not Vader.
Yeah.
That's a take.
I am well. It's our spoiler 1, and then 2 is a Chancellor Palpatine card. So
All right, so let's see how much money
It's gonna be
J-Rod will put
Qui-Gon,
on with
though.
me on whether Vader or Anakin is going to be the most expensive legendary. But I do think Anakin is going to be a more than $2 legendary for sure because that card will see play. All right, Rampage. Each friendly creature unit gets +2/+2 for the phase. Who else is excited about Java creatures?
More
I am.
creatures, more good.
Yeah, I don't think this card
Love
is
it.
good, but it might be funny.
do we have the next 2 yet?
The what?
Yeah, it's right there.
I mean, like an actual.
The hunting
Oh,
Yeah,
the
next,
hunting next to-
hunting next
Yeah.
to is reprinted for this set. Yes.
No, but I just mean like, I want like the next 2 from this is the Petronaki Arena.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, we do need that. Maybe it's King of the Net too, like King of the Pearls. Overpower. So this is a little different because it gives 3/3 and Overwhelm for the phase. Will people play this?
This is so bad, dude. What is this card?
It's
This
it's
card
OP.
is Darth Maul. Set 3 Darth Maul.
I think it's I think it's actually so. Moment to Glory was fine for draft. I think this was kind of
Yeah, I was gonna say
similar
in
spot.
draft is probably good.
All right.
It's okay, maybe.
Burden to Masters. Put a force unit from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck. If you do, play a
Yo, what
unit.
is this card, bro?
I don't know. It's
Oh, did you see the art?
it's old.
What is
goofy
that Yoda, dude? What is that guy?
Did you see the art I did for that?
Oh man, that is.
What is this? Dude? I
Can
cannot
this
right now.
can the Yoda face be a reaction on our Discord?
Like, seriously, if that's not a mean face. I don't know what is.
All right. Does anybody like this card?
It's full Yoda because he's very full.
Bro, listen, not talking about this card, but Yoda Green got so much help this set.
Oh, we're actually real close to that.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're real close to that. Pillow Star Compass. This is attached to a non-vehicle unit. When played, search the top 3 cards for a unit, reveal it, and draw it. I think it's gas for draft, right?
Yeah.
Probably fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can-
Twin Suns too.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
I did not realize how many cards this was. All right, the Purgle King. We were talking about him before. I'm so sad this doesn't
Yoda
have the
card.
force trade because I would play this in Kylo Reanimator. You know, if it had force trade because you
Mm.
could bring out a Restore Boy.
Mhm.
You need to heal if you're playing Kylo ECL, but sadly he doesn't have that.
And he
Aw.
draws a card.
Yeah, for
This is going in Yoda and that other chick in green that came out, the big green chick.
So, you know, this when played is like if you want to define win more, you know, it's this.
Yeah.
Right? So if you already have 3 cards with 7 remaining HP, you'll get more. All right.
That's a control matchup card.
But-
Like if you're playing those grindy
So-
control
So
matchups,
if you're playing double
That's
green,
valuable.
you place Unity of Purpose for 6, then you place that for 8 for 14, and you just draw the rest of your
Ooh.
deck. All right. Trident Assault Ship. 6 cost, 6/6 overwhelm in space.
Fine.
It's pretty good. I prefer the guy with the shield.
ECL, good for ECL.
That is
Well,
good
it's
for
still
ECL.
pretty solid.
There you go.
Is in set 1 ATST 6-drop and draft was pretty solid.
Yep. Relic Scavenger. Restore 2. 4/6. Fringe.
It was
It's a good draft card.
I think
mean,
it's actually a really
good
good draft card.
field card.
Right? Because
Yeah.
it's got the sweet spot for removal, and it has restore.
was that last ship? Was it just green, no other aspect, not like villain or
Yeah,
anything?
all these are
it
Yeah,
was green,
Right.
6-drop.
That might could go in Sabine Green just as like an alternate, like
Oh.
kind of a wrecker overwhelm ECL.
Oh man.
Um,
Yeah, look at the Trident Assault Ships. Maybe.
that
Maybe
that
for like
might,
the Vader yellow matchup, maybe.
Like the
yeah,
No,
because
it would help Vader Yellow
that
matchup.
might give a little
That-
extra reach. Yeah,
That would do. All right.
I could see it.
Green
in
struggles into
sideboard.
Vader Yellow?
Yeah. And also, Relic Scavenger here. I mean, just kind of going back to this.
He's cool.
This is also neutral.
Yeah,
You know, and
as
Villain
a
does,
neutral card, I like that
Villain
one.
does not have a ton of restore.
That's a good restore card. Great for
Right.
Palpatine.
All right. Dakian Master. This is a cool card. When played, when defeated, you may use the Force. If you do, search the top 5 cards for a Force unit, reveal it, and draw it. I kind of like this.
Good draft card.
It might be good for like for Qui-Gon too, right? Because you can find Force units of a particular kind for like Qui-Gon yellow green, right? Because the problem with that deck is you run out of having the combo pieces, and then it kind of falls apart because they kill them. You know, you got to find a way to draw more. So I was actually thinking about that testing. Another Gungan. It's not. So this is the Gungan mount. It doesn't have the Gungan trait, sadly. When played, you may give another unit overwhelm for the phase. 4/4. Anyone?
Probably play in draft.
There we
Crazy.
go. Anyone? Bueller?
It combos with the previous law and or whatever his name was. Give him that when he has 30 attack, give him overwhelm.
There you
There
go.
should be a way to write it.
You just need to get there. All right. Outer Rim Mystic. 2/6. Force Fringe.
6 for 3. I like that.
Sticky Force unit.
It's another
He's
thing.
gonna wear his upgrades well.
Oh, whatever that race
three-
is that has the side mouse should have a trait.
This holds the green lightsaber good. The one that makes things cost cheaper.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
The,
That's only for
Jedi's
Jedi.
blade.
I think.
Jedi.
So
Jedi.
Oh,
it's
sorry,
Jedi.
Jedi.
You'd have to give that guy Jedi trials too. All right. Hive Defense Wing. 2/4 restore 1 in space for 3. A little bit more potential restore for villain.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'll draft it
that's
if I'm
okay.
drafting green. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
All right. Minok. Look at that ugly sucker. 2/3 overwhelm.
Good draft card.
Nah.
It's actually not that bad because it's overwhelm and you can put upgrades on it.
ugly.
It's disgusting looking.
Seems good for draft.
All right. We are to the double greens. Acclimator Assault Ship. On attack, may give another unit +5/+5 for this phase.
Why couldn't this have been a rebel?
No kidding.
How can it be
I
good?
mean, I know it's a Republic ship, to be very clear.
It is a capital ship, so there you go, Piet double green fans. Wait. Does Vader and a tank play this? Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, Vader seems fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
Play with Leia.
There you go.
One Leia. Rebels.
This one I think is good. Maybe.
I like this guy.
Yep. Aporensis. I do not know anything about him, but he's a Force Jedi Republic. He basically gains the traits of anything else. So, I mean, this is for
Yeah.
Elizabeth, right? Because
It's a lot of text on there.
That is a lot of
right,
text.
but
You need
he
to be
gains
5
all of the
green.
things, right? So
Yeah.
So what card has the most keywords on it? Is it
the
like
the
Gore
Aya
still?
Sion
It's Gore, yeah.
and Gore, but Aya Sion has like 4 keywords on it. You need the trait soup cards.
Yeah.
But
He
it looks
loves
like
Gore.
It has hidden, overwhelm, ambush, and restore.
Yep, it looks like trait soup is going to be a green thing and a double green thing, and if
Hmm.
so, this card could be very good.
Yeah, but ultimately, is this Was that $1 legendary?
It
Yes.
might be $1.25, maybe $2 if somebody cracks it.
Ooh.
For you, $1.25.
That would probably work out pretty well in my double Endless Legion deck.
All right.
So that way,
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah, once you get Endless Legions out,
Yeah,
that guy's
yeah,
great.
like
Yeah.
and Yoda.
Crate Dragon
I
and
can
all
see
that
that.
stuff.
So
you
if
know what I'm
you
saying?
if you weren't winning enough when you played Endless Legions, he will help you win more.
Mhm.
Right.
It's a little extra.
My goal in Legion is to win the game on the spot. I played Jesse with Crate Dragon to give you the 2 droids so Crate Dragon can overwhelm for 9.
Of course you did. That is definitely something you
Love
would
it.
do specifically, and that's why we love
Love
you guys
it.
at Outmaneuver. All right. Following the path. Search the top cards out of your deck for 2 force units, reveal them, and put them on top of your deck in any order. Anyone?
I mean,
Draft.
I'm not even sure it plays in draft.
No, I'm not playing in draft either. I'm out. I'm
It's-
out.
Really?
Fully out.
You're not playing in draft either? I am.
I played in draft.
There you go.
It's like
I mean, we
Scry
had the
8,
server takeoff for 2.
Is
I
it
was looking
card
for a
30 in
vehicle
draft
for
or
the
not?
thing.
It's close.
but it's not drawing it. It's putting it on top of your deck.
Wait, it's on top of the deck? It's not drawing it?
Yeah.
It's not drawing it.
Yeah.
If
Right.
it was drawing it, that'd be really, really good.
Trash.
Still can fix the deck
put
if
your
you
rays
have an
on
issue.
top of your deck, and then you
Alright.
play your
Yo,
card and draw them.
look at this
Ooh.
lightsaber art though. Holy smokes.
All right. We're going to buzz through Yoda Saber 3-1. You may use the Force if you do heal 3 damage from a base.
I like it.
You like it? Okay.
I don't like his
I mean,
face.
healing 3 is big for 2.
You don't like his face?
Look at him.
I actually really like
Just-
the art.
I don't know what it is.
So apparently we're
I
so
kinda
so
like
hold,
this
hold on,
art.
we got
I've
to
had digging on it.
So do you like the OP Yoda from set 1, Sim?
Which one?
He's got a creepy neck.
He does. It is kind of creepy, yeah.
But I like this art a
Oh
lot.
God.
I hate that art. But some people really like that art, so I don't get it.
No,
All right.
I'm not happy with any of the Yoda arts so far. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
They're all a little off.
I mean, the Saber's really good.
It doesn't require force or anything like on the unit, right? You can play it on any unit, and you just have to have the force. So if you have a force deck, it's
Yeah.
a good
Correct.
lightsaber.
That's really a good card.
Pretty solid, yeah.
The if
And
they
green
do
doesn't
like
have a
a
lot of healing,
prestige,
that's why
it's
I'm-
gonna look awesome.
All right.
Liking it.
We got to get to Yoda himself. 5/9 for 8. When played, you may use the Force. If you do, heal 5 from a base. When you use the Force, you may deal damage to a unit equal to twice the number of units you control. So we just need an
And so-
Akbar Force deck, and we got this.
I mean, at minimum, he's doing 2 damage, right? Because you play him, he counts.
You know,
Correct.
honestly, if Rey Green becomes a Force deck, this could be busted because she plays a ton of jumps.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it's also just healing 5.
yeah, and healing 5 when played is a lot.
Hell of a lot.
It
It's
is
like,
a decent
that-
chunk, yeah.
That's significant. I mean, you can go. So it might actually be a pretty good finisher in those super grindy blue-green decks. I could see this playing.
I just want to put him in Yoda himself, like the Yoda deck. Yeah.
I,
Yeah, this
Yoda
actually
green.
seems like it's playable.
this might actually be more than a $2 legendary.
Mhm.
I think that's.
I was gonna say, I think we found one. Yeah, I'm kind of happy for my boy.
Yeah, you-
Imagine if that was 7 cost. Just imagine.
Oh yeah,
I
7 cause.
mean,
And speaking of
It'd be
which,
busted.
all right, this is the one we've been waiting for. Oh no, why did it change?
Oh, here we go.
So it came out
this is my
bigger.
last card.
So they have the.
I waited for that one card.
So okay, so this is where we end because this is where it went to the other ones. We have Leia, and I'll have to resize this because this is the full art because it was released a different way than the rest of these. But this card is whack, and I love it. I love that they did it at all,
Mhm.
right? Because they made Space Leia a thing. Everybody was joking about it, but they just went ahead and did it. 5 cost Force Resistance official. When this unit is in the space arena, she can't ready and gains action. Use the Force. Move this unit to the ground arena and give each friendly unit +2/+2 for this phase.
Heroes unit.
extraordinary.
She is. So let's start talking about all the crazy stuff she can do, right? So if you give her ambush, that's really good, right? Because she can still ambush. They were talking about this. The rules did change. Ambush does not require ready and then attack anymore. It just attacks. But Other thoughts on Leia?
I've heard
You can
people
tag
say
her
like,
in the Qui-Gon deck,
Mhm.
and then she comes in ready. You do her action, move her to the ground. Now she has 7 attack. All your other guys get buffed. You attack with her. You bounce her with Qui-Gon. You play something else.
Yep, absolutely.
I've also heard things like dogfight. Or,
Dogfight.
you know, it's not like the
Just for the meme though, because isn't it a hilarious like visual concept of Space Leia dogfighting like a TIE fighter?
I do want to say it makes sense this set because there's the non-vehicle space units, and she's a non-vehicle space unit.
Right.
I mean, if you want to talk fun things you can do, she can use Turbo Laser Barrage.
Well, keep them coming. I love this card.
Can she use Turbo Laser Barrage when she's on the ground? So
Nope,
space
yeah,
unit?
because it's target a space unit. I think he's right. I think it's Turbo
Yeah,
Laser
you just
Barrage.
have to
Barrage that's
use
target
it with a
space unit.
space unit.
So Purgles can also Turbo Laser Barrage.
True.
Is this more than $1? Question mark?
No.
No.
Well, the problem is only
I think
Yeah,
it
I
could
think
be
Looney
more
has
than
the
$1.
better-
I'm gonna play this card just for the meme, so I'm sure I'm not the only one.
I don't know.
So
It doesn't seem very like competitively violent. It seems fun. It
she
doesn't
also,
seem very
she also has the
violent.
resistance trait, which I like. They
She's
didn't
an
have
official.
to do that, but they did. All right.
I bet her Prestige art will look cool.
I bet it will.
Oh god.
Right.
I'm gonna open this procedure. I'm gonna cry.
Right. So, you know, that's a very, very interesting card, and I also think it's awesome that they did that. All right, I think so. That card was released as like a normal spoiler, so it had big art. I think this guy's
was the
new
one
too,
today.
though, right? Yeah, he's new.
Yeah, there's more cards.
Okay, there are. I'm good to keep going. If
All
any
right,
of you guys,
fellas, I think that's it for me tonight. I'm hopping out.
you're hopping out on
I'm out
Leia.
too.
All right.
All right, dude.
Yeah.
2 a.m. for me. I gotta go to bed.
Oh my God.
Cheers, man.
All right, see you guys.
Thanks, boys.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Yes, I probably have to go to bed as well. Thank you so much.
All right.
Appreciate you guys having us on.
Yeah, well, we should probably wrap this up then. I will say though, I wanted to highlight this. This is a really good card. I mean, if you're doing this, because there's a 3/2, and it gives an experience token to uniques when defeat. So I think he's better than Luke for a lot of decks. All right, well, this is fun. Everybody, if you've watched this far, you're definitely my hero. We've had all sorts of time tonight. And everybody, like, subscribe, hit up Outmaneuver. They got great podcasts, and they're all friendly guys. It's a lot of fun. All right, we are wrapping up, and we'll be back. We'll try to get watch for our spoiler shorts. Those are the official way to do this, and there'll be quite a those.